up like Toyo. No residuals to the popo, left a red dot on his top like Tokyo. I feel invincible, untouchable. I feel invincible, untouchable. I feel invincible, untouchable. I feel invincible, untouchable.
Doctor.
Kojo.
The content presented on the following show is intended for satirical and educational purposes only. The views, opinions, and statements expressed by panelists and guests are their own and do not necessarily reflect those of the host, production team, or channel. Additionally, any third-party content featured in this program is used in compliance with fair use under United States copyright law, which allows for commentary, criticism, news report, teaching, and research. Viewer discretion is advised, and we encourage independent thought and discussion.
Psych!
Who's calling that shit? Who's calling that shit? Who's calling that shit? Who's calling that shit? Who? Yeah. OVO Sound 2025.
It's time to do.
Friends of friends, welcome to another edition of the Untouchable Super Panel. I'm sorry we're late. We're waiting for a few guests, and a few guests are going to join us later today. So buckle up. We're going to have a fun one. Before I start the show, I want to make sure to thank y'all for showing up yesterday to the 7K showish debate type of thing. I appreciate y'all. Thank you very much. I will read the donations I couldn't read because I was on foreign territory tomorrow. Ilkan Ali needs 10 subscribers to get to the 3K mark. So please go ahead and follow the link that is on the chat. Okay, get to the link that's on the chat. Let's get him to 3K, and we're going from there. He's doing a great job. So please go ahead and follow him. So thank you very much for being here. Once again, the host of the show, Mr. Ilkan Ali, is in the building. Thank you very much for being here. I appreciate you. We have Captain is in the building.
Shalom, my brother. Shalom.
Hey, Shalom. What's going on, man? Appreciate it. I love being on y'all platform. Make sure y'all subscribe to all the platforms. Fatty. How do I say your name? I want to make sure I say it wrong. Ilkan Ali.
Ilkan. Oh, that's wrong. Yeah, that's right, Captain Tazariak. Because if I know your name, I hope you knew mine too.
Hey, make sure y'all subscribe to that brother's channel as well, man. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel.
Thank you very much, Captain. I appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
We have back the lovely Akua. She's in the building. We have a new friend, Angelica. She's in the building. And we have the one and only, the law, Mr. Diesel TV is in the building. So, friends, we have a little controversial show. We're going to try to go a different route than other people probably debated this left and right. But before we do, I have a little icebreaker. And well, let's see what we have here. Okay.
Any bodies your girl got?
Nah, I was saying, why you always saying that in your music? That's little now. On my mother, now stop that now. Odo, stop saying that, bro.
Stop saying what?
How you always saying in your song how much bodies you got though? Who gives a fuck?
Whoever said? I said I have a low body count.
No,
that's
you
all I said.
You always make it seem as if you could count your bodies on one hand.
I can though.
But why does that matter though?
Same reason why bitches say, and fuck your nigga today and fuck that nigga tomorrow.
But
It ain't
But
that
listen,
it
why does
matter,
that?
But it's just like
Listen,
it's true to her though.
listen. Why
This
does?
is my music.
Listen.
If I go,
Listen.
if I go in the booth
Listen.
and I write
Listen.
my music, bitch, I'm gonna pop my
Listen.
real life.
Listen.
In real life, I got popped.
Listen.
Is having a body count lower than 5 a flex? Is having a body count lower than 5 a flex? I will actually let the ladies go first, and then the gentlemen. Angelica, you have the floor.
Depends who you're asking. If you ask me, I believe in being fully self-expressed in all areas, emotionally, physically, spiritually. If you believe in monogamy, then I would say yes, it's a flex. But if you do not believe in monogamy, I would say no.
For you personally, do you
I don't think
believe
it's a flex.
You don't believe it's a flex?
No,
Would be like being a version of flex?
not at all.
Then,
The only flex that being a virgin is probably for the man, not really for the woman, because the woman has no understanding of her sexuality by not having any partners.
so who can
What?
brag? Wait, so a woman preserving herself on this era, do you think is not something that she should be bragging about?
I don't think she should be bragging about it. If she's preserving herself, let that be a preservation for the man she's going to give herself to, but not to the whole world. Because then it changes. She wants attention.
What if it was a man saying that, hey, I am this very successful, tall, handsome man, and I have less than 5 bodies at 30? Do you think that will be a flex?
No.
You just contradicted yourself, man.
Okay, now
No,
I
I don't think it's a flex for a man to have 5 or less. I don't think it's a flex for a woman to have 5 or less. I don't think it's a flex.
What will be a flex for men? 50 and up?
I mean, I don't know. I'm not a man.
No, I'm asking you, like, what will be a body count that you would be like, not brag about, but be proud of?
That's an interesting question. I never really thought about that, but for me, a man that is experienced but is connected to all levels of understanding his sexuality is what I would look for. But if I would give you a number, I mean, I'd say at least 10.
At least 10. Okay.
At least 10.
Okay.
Hey,
okay.
all of that reflects is failure. What y'all talk about as a flex is failure. When you say 5 bodies, that's 5 failures. Because I don't think you go into a relationship thinking, I want to fail at this so I can become more experienced later. You're supposed to go into a relationship with the man or woman with the expectation of staying with them, not the expectation of leaving them. So if you have more than 1, you're a failure. You have more than 3, you're a failure. So how can having 5 bodies be acceptable when that you failed 5 times?
But I think her point, and this isn't mine, but hers, and I could be wrong, is that she doesn't believe in just having intercourse with someone you want a future with, that it can be recreational. And so if that's the case, she's not finding it fulfilling, but she's
Captain, let me ask you this.
Experience. Am I wrong?
Wait,
yes, that's what she's saying. She's saying, she's saying everyone is run through, and I only have.
She believes in horism.
Yes, that's what she's. Oh no,
is what you're saying.
I've been drinking, so you gotta excuse me.
Let me join. Let me join you for this one. This might be a good show tonight.
Captain Tarzan. I mean, just
don't call me no goddamn Tarzan. My name is Zaryat.
That's why I didn't say.
I ain't even drinking that yet.
That's why I didn't say that. You go with Captain.
But hold on, but Captain. So let me ask you this: that statement
before
you just made.
Me, can I get Angelica just to clarify if that's what?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. So, are you saying, Angelica, that you believe in casual sex? Like that's cool?
I don't believe in casual sex. I was married for 10 years, and when I was married, I was monogamous in that marriage. But I will say that when I left my marriage, I felt inexperienced because I had been with this one person that I thought I was going to be with forever.
Right.
So when I went back into the dating world
You went
and I
crazy.
wanted to connect with a man at an emotional and sexual level, I felt totally out of it because I was like, well, I've had this dude for 10 years and now I'm out here trying to connect on an emotional and sexual level with somebody new, and I felt inexperienced. So I'm speaking from my experience.
Gotcha. But you didn't go through like what they call like a whole phase.
No, I never did.
Thank God. And don't feel bad that you felt inexperienced. That's a good thing because, like you said, you went into it with this one man 10 years. So that one man, you were supposed to learn everything with him. Unfortunately, it didn't work out. So I don't.
There's nothing to learn. Hold on. Hold on. Let's get away from that because anybody in a relationship with somebody for 10 years and get back in the dating market is going to feel like they're inexperienced. I don't care how many bodies you've had. If you've just been with one person for 10 years and you go back to dating, you're going to be inexperienced. It's going to feel like you're in shallow water, like you don't know what you're doing. Like that's exactly how you're going to feel, right? So I don't think that you having sex with multiple partners gives you more experience than you having sex with somebody for 10 years.
That's not actually true.
For a woman, I don't think it does.
Yeah, we have to be honest. If it's like you driving multiple bikes and multiple cars and you driving a good car for 10 years, when you drive in a convertible and then you drive in a SUV and then you ride the bike, you are going to understand.
But there's no difference in driving a vehicle. There's no difference. One might go faster, one might go slower, but there's no difference in driving a vehicle. Now,
I wouldn't recommend to women because once again, men do the fucking. You don't have to know a lot.
That's my point. Women don't do a lot. Experience.
Yeah, most women that have a bunch of experience or no experience, they just lay there. To be honest,
that's all they do.
Like
wait. You said what?
They just lay there. Like you like the only thing you have to know is how to.
Y'all, I feel sorry.
I feel sorry for y'all. The only thing she has to do is get on force and throw it back. Like what's difficult to do this shit? Like, you have to learn to throw it back. There's just one motion.
Come on, man. There's not really any experience that she can get from multiple that you can't get from one.
Sex, and maybe that's why that's your experience.
No. What I'm saying is that the experience that a woman gets with one man is not any difference than she's going to get with multiple men.
I don't think
she might know how to have sex with multiple men.
I think we're
it does because hold on. Only thing she's gaining experience is in how to fuck that person. That's it.
I think we're lying to women. I think if you experience multiple people, you are going to learn more. I just don't think that's good for you as a woman. But I think you're going to learn more about sexual when you have multiple partners.
A little bit more intelligent than that, Diesel.
You care what?
I hope you're gonna come a little bit more intelligent than that in this conversation.
But Captain, why were you saying
Captain Tarzan?
Most women are boring in bed, Captain? What you trying to say?
When you say that having sex with 10 men is the same, that is absolutely ignorant.
That's not what I said.
You said it's no difference.
I said the experience that you get, you can get that same experience having sex with somebody for 10 years. Y'all can learn new things together. Y'all can gain more experience together. You don't have to keep on doing the same exact thing for 10 years. When you go to multiple partners, you're not gaining any more experience. You're just learning how to fuck that different person. You can get that same experience from a person.
So that's saying that the person who you're with is even interested in being open-minded and changing anything. We don't even know the reason why the chemistry is what it is.
See, now you're bringing in other variables.
Well, no,
that's everything. Like that's
no, but what I'm saying, but just on a general, if a person, if
you can hypothetically, you can do anything, right? But more often than not, what you have with someone like that's what you think. There may be someone who's more reserved. They're not aggressive in the way that somebody would like to experience. So they've always wanted someone that was more like, hey, come here. They're like, oh, I like that. But the person who they're with just isn't like that. And the more you ask them to do it, the more they're like, you just want somebody else because that's not me, ma. Why you keep asking me to act like this other person? That's not who I am.
Diesel
who have you been with? Who do you desire?
Diesel is 100%. Diesel is 100% wrong. And this is not me. This is Captain every time. And this is not Ali, actually. I think Captain and Ali. Captain is the only person worse than Ali on the buttons. you know why you're lying, Diesel? Let me tell you why at this point you are lying. There's no way Casey with 1,000 bodies knows the same about sex as a woman that had one partner for 10 years. That woman experienced everything and anything. She experienced woman, man, trains run on her, people smacking her across the head. Like there's no way a woman with that quantity of bodies.
But why are you comparing a whore to a woman that's not being a whore?
You're totally right. You're totally right. And that's
you taking a woman that's a whore and comparing it to a woman that's not trying to be a whore. Cassie was a whore.
Yeah, but she knows more sexually. That's the point.
A lot of whores no more. So we comparing a regular woman to a whore?
No. We're saying, for example, a woman that had 35 partners will have more experience sexually than a woman that had one for 10 years. Diesel disagrees. He says that the experience is the same. Like you can fuck 1,000 times.
Okay, but you're correct. But their lives are totally different.
No, absolutely.
Remember, the conversation we had is about the amount of bodies. What you did was just increase the bodies to make your point. So
but even five is better.
5 failures.
No, but even if it's failures, she learned something.
Learn what?
To suck dick, to throw it back, to do nasty, to spit on it. Like there's a woman do.
But why can't they learn that with one person? That's what I don't understand.
Because the audience is seeing.
I mean, I'll speak on my experience.
What if that one?
Are you sure, Angelica?
Yeah.
What if that one person?
So, I mean,
hold on, Fatty. What if that one person puts them through everything?
Because most men are vanilla in bed, Diesel.
Yes, thank you.
Oh no, that I'm not doubting that.
Most men are not wild. You see what I'm saying? So
yeah, no
I
doubt.
will tell you, if you fuck 30 men, 25 are vanilla. 5 are going to be a little bit more, and that there's 5 is going to put you through fire, and there's the 5 that you're probably going to go back to your husband, do everything on him, and get you to put a ring on it because she had to learn with the guy. I don't think it's positive. I just think that's reality. I think this is what it is. But Angelica, are you sure you want to share your story?
Yeah, 100%. So okay. I was more explorative and he wasn't. He was very vanilla. So for 10 years, we did the exact same thing. And I would say, hey, can we get a swing? Can we do this? Can we do that? Because in my mind, I was like,
swing like a swing?
Yeah, like I'm like, this is my husband, so I'm gonna explore.
Better swing than a couch, Angelica.
All this stuff. But he didn't want to. He was like, no, we're gonna just continue.
Where do you put the swing?
No,
that's what she wants.
Haven't you guys seen?
Ain't nothing wrong with a
swing. But where do you put the swing on?
Hang it from the ceiling. You hang it from the stud.
Cap, you be swinging, Cap. You be swinging. Hey, Captain is freaky as fuck, man. Every time Captain starts talking, hey man,
freak ass nigga.
That's what you doing, Captain.
Come on, Cap. I know you ain't out there swinging around here, Cap.
I know what a swing is, man. That's why you see me do this.
Because here's the thing: if you've been with somebody for so long, you want to spice things up.
Mm-hmm.
It's like it's like eating.
That's what you're supposed to do. The Bible says the marriage bed is undefiled. So if this is gonna be your partner and she's doing it right, it's the only man I'm gonna sleep with. So I want to have every experience with him. She's not going outside to get that experience. She wants to have it with him. There's nothing wrong with that.
So, Angelica,
but I'm going to say something that's going to blow your mind a little bit, okay?
Uh-oh.
And then you guys as men can kind of go through it, and then Akua can kind of jump in and tell me what she thinks. So I, quote unquote, wanted to be slutted out by my husband. This was our marriage, right? But he believed that I was his holy wife, and I was not going to be slutted out.
You are his wife.
So can I?
Why would any
Let me finish. So what he did was like that. So what he did was he would give me the vanilla, but then he would step out of the marriage and go do nasty shit.
That's what I was gonna ask.
Like a king. That's what the king does.
Yeah.
Whoa. 1 second. The prince goes to Cinderella and kiss her feet and put the shoe on and make sure. Like this is what men do. We didn't treat our wife like we treat.
Was he Catholic? Was he Catholic?
He was raised Catholic, yeah.
Raised Catholic.
But he wasn't practicing Catholic.
Well, I only asked that because a lot of men that are Catholic, they say that your wife is supposed to be like this pristine type of woman, which is why you was getting like what you say, the plain type of sex. But if you want to do something crazy, you go outside to do that. And so that's probably, that I'm not justifying. He shouldn't have done none of that. I live a different lifestyle, so he can have more than one woman in my world. But he should have done those things with you as well.
And then Angelica, even if he did that thing with you, one woman is never enough. He'll step out anyway.
I 100% think that. But now I was monogamous. So I feel like when you go into a marriage and you have an oath under God and you have a contractual agreement with somebody, I kept my side of the bargain, right? Obviously he didn't. But now that I'm a divorced woman, I now think differently. I'm now into polyamory, and you can have as many partners as you want, as long as you are honest with me and transparent. Do whatever you want.
Oh, one second. Did you left him or did you left him?
That's my world.
You left him, right?
I filed for divorce, but I filed for divorce because he cheated. Betrayal. Yeah, because of the lies.
But Angelica, but this is what I don't get, right? It's like this, right? Think about it. And the woman have some reinforcements on the back. So let me play it for y'all.
Okay, but can I?
The woman have some reinforcements on the back.
It wasn't because he was cheating. I didn't leave him because of that.
No, but Angelica, think about it, right? I ask you to go on a diet. You don't go on a diet. We break up. You are almost Miss Universe on the next year. You are leaving a guy. Do you guys have kids with each other?
We do.
Kids, 10 years together. Families know each other. You are going to leave a guy that is interested in having sex with another woman just to get with another guy that is going to be interested into having sex with another woman. So at what point you don't say, hey, I caught you. I know what you want. Go ahead and do what you need to do. Just don't bring disease, kids, and all those things. That these are the arrangement that you're probably going to get with the guy that is on the poly side. Like, why punish? I don't know. I don't get it.
That wasn't the reason why I left.
Because he cheated on you because he was lying.
You said he lied.
No, she said that wasn't the reason.
That wasn't the reason why.
You said that wasn't?
Oh, no. That wasn't the reason.
She said betrayal.
What did he lie about? He was gay?
So if you guys go and check out the book, I wrote about it. So I was a federal agent and I married into the cartel.
Whoa.
Yes.
Oh, so she's a little different.
You don't have no name for that? You don't have no?
Hold on.
You better.
Yes, there you go. Thank you.
You better get this. Hey,
what kind of federal agent do you marry into the cartel?
What the?
Whoa.
So here's the thing. I didn't know he was involved in financial. He's invited in the financial aspect of the cartel. When I say that word,
I saw that. He's the Ozark thing, right? I'm on it.
Yes, it's like the Ozark thing.
Yeah, embezzlement. Yeah.
But he was on the financial side, so there was no way of me knowing. I didn't have access to the financial accounts. But a lot of people, when they hear this word, they think he was moving drugs, and it was that type of thing. It wasn't that type of thing. It was on a higher level. So when
it's like white collar.
When he told me, because he told me about both situations, the cheating and the stuff, I went under federal investigation. So in my book, it was like, if you would have told me that you were involved in this when we met, I would have exited the relationship. But he wanted the girl, so he kept staying with me.
Did he know you worked for the feds at the time?
Of course he did. Yeah.
What an idiot! What
in the ghost and Angela?
Angelica.
I know how you look because I work for Homeland Security. I know you look crazy.
And this is why he was giving you vanilla sex, because he didn't want to bother you. He didn't want to piss you off. That's why. Like when you fucking with the Fed, you need to treat her like oh shit. Damn. You need to treat her like a princess. Can't be doing just going crazy and doing some shit. That's what you got. That's crazy.
Yeah.
He's in jail. He's not in jail, right?
No, he's not.
Angelica, go back to him. You have a boyfriend, probably. Angelica probably has a boyfriend. He's not in jail. That's crazy.
Yeah, right. I mean, and again, that's part of my story. So yeah.
Let me go to Akua and to Well.
This is the body count.
Yes. Is it a flex? Body count less than 5. Is it a flex?
I feel like it is a flex. And by just acknowledging that I feel like it's a flex, it doesn't mean that anyone who can't say that is trash. It just means it just means that I would respect that fact about somebody, that they are more considerate about who they're intimate with. They're more considerate about who they share that kind of experience with, and especially if it was intentional. Now that's kind of, if it wasn't intentional, it's just based on your options, then I mean, you don't automatically get kudos for that. Now, if you intentionally do that, then yeah, why not? And I think it's an amazing message for our youth, especially, like, opposed to saying like, you know, girl, go out there, get that money, you know, F him, get this from him, this one from him, this from him. I would love a message that is telling them to be less promiscuous. There's no way, especially with a 16-year-old daughter, that I would say, no, I would prefer a rapper say, no, body count doesn't matter. I love that she says that. I don't care if she's lying, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
I
she
love that
definitely
she's saying that. I love that she's pushing that message.
Right,
Yeah.
me too. Especially
You know what I'm
that
saying?
girl.
I love it, especially because she's
a woman with a
beautiful.
BBL, while she does the shake her ass, and I'll put my pussy on your mouth. That will need to be a acting level, like Denzel Washington actor type of level, to be honest. But let me ask you something.
So
right?
I like it.
That women with less than 5 body count are better than women with 10 body counts.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear the first. Are you talking to me? Or are you?
So you said that is actually a good message and all that,
Yeah.
and then
And I think it's a flex.
let me change the background, because the background is blinking and it looks like we're glitching. So think about it, right? You said I would love woman to promote this, and this is, I'm seeing if the sisterhood thing is going to kick in or not, right? Are women with less than 5 bodies better for relationships than women with more than 5 bodies?
I couldn't base the benefits of a partner solely on that question and say
And
that other people
is so predictable. I know the sisterhood ship is not going to be over, right? Like you said it the first time.
Just so, hold on a second. So you mean to tell me just because a woman has been with 1 or 2 men means she's an ideal?
You said I want my daughter to listen to the message,
right?
I love it when a woman.
At all.
No, 1 second. So if I say this, imagine if I say this, right? Ali asked me, "Hey, Fatty, is a man that doesn't smoke, doesn't drink, doesn't gamble, has a low body count, like, is he better than a man that do all those other things?" I'll say yes, kind of, for the most part. Of course, there's some exceptions, but it shows like the man is kind of disciplined, right? If he asks, "Are these men better than other men?" and I answer with, "I don't know, it depends," and I give a wishy-washy answer, I'm kind of going back in what I said. See what I'm saying?
We don't have the same kind of mind frame. I don't think like that.
So a woman with 5 body counts,
something has to happen with the people who aren't ideal or whatnot. They're not just ostracized in their trash, and they're gonna go to some island somewhere. Like I don't have that kind of mindset where I'm gonna look at someone and be like, yeah, no, it's black and white. You're a good woman and you're a bad woman, and
no,
trying to be with you. But the language speaks towards that, in my opinion.
I said for relationships. I didn't say you can be a slut and then be a great scientist. You can be a great mother. You can be a great daughter. You can be a great sister. You can be a great woman and still be a slut and be terrible in relationships. That happens all the time, right? So for relationships, if like, I don't know if you have a son.
If you're selfish and you have one partner, that you're not.
Let's imagine that you have a son, right? And your son is in doubt between 2 women. They are the same height. They smell the same. Went to the same school. Have the same background. One has 30 bodies. Another one has 5. Which one are you telling him to pick?
I'm gonna tell him to go with the 5 if everything else is in alignment. Yeah.
So I get it. No, it's fine. I'll leave it alone. She's saying the other things, so I'll leave it alone. You are right, Aku.
It doesn't matter if you say I'm wrong. That doesn't do. I mean, I'm just saying how I feel. It's not. I'm not trying to be right.
I just wanted to play the
link for Angelica's book. People in my audience are asking for it. Can you put that in the back chat?
Is in the description of the show, and I'm going to put the link on the back.
Okay, I think I'm at the description. I think I'm.
Angelica was a double agent.
Give me just 1 second, Angelica. You better not snitch on us.
Not at all.
We're trying to be YouTube. We're trying to be YouTube famous this year, so you better chill.
I got you.
Captain is on the back. The thing is on the back. The link is on the back. Well, is having lower than 5 body count a flex for a woman?
Yes. Yes, it is.
Why? But you looking surprised for it.
I know, like what?
She just said yes, and she got quiet. Why?
Yes, it is. I mean, like, especially depending on her age, because I feel like age is gonna play a factor in this. If you are 21 and you have a 5 body count, this is different from somebody who's 30 with a less than 5 body count. So what are we discussing here? I feel like, of course, if it's a woman who's in her 30s who has less than 5, then yes, we're gonna say that she's flexing for sure. But somebody who's 21 and she has 5 already, then we're already gonna be questioning where her thoughts is. What is, where's her mind at? So I think it depends on the person's age, their life, what's going on in their life.
So is it the body count or the age?
I mean, like I said, it's most like, if we're gonna look at the age, then we're gonna say, okay, a person who's 21 who has 5 people that she's had sex with already. Now we're gonna look at her mindset and say, okay, you're promiscuous. You're.
But if it's stretched out, but she has 5, then it'd be looked at slightly different, is what you're saying, right?
Exactly.
Well, let me ask the ladies something.
Came from a train.
Choo. Let me ask something to the girls real quick, right? What do you think is the average body count for a woman at 30? Because the average age of marriage now is 30 in the West, 31. That is like keeping going higher and higher. By the time that woman meet their husband, if you had to guess, not y'all, just average woman listening because you have inside information, what would you think that the body count is for the average woman in the West at 30?
The average woman?
The average. Yeah.
Unfortunately, we're gonna say average. Unfortunately, I'm gonna go definitely more than 10.
More than 10?
More than 10.
Less than 20?
I don't know. 10 to 20, 10 to 20 at least. Because I've known some women who have told me they're within the 10 to 20 range.
What about you, Akua? And Akua, I'm going to mute you here and there because you are a good mother and you have kids on the back. I understand, because Ali does this to me all the time. I have to put him on mute too because he has babies and all that. So what do you think is the body count of most average woman at 30?
I would agree with that range.
10 to 20?
3 to 4 when you look it up online.
Yeah, but they're self-reporting. It's like me. It's like the men saying that they have 7.
They 30 for marriage, and you didn't have a problem with that.
See, that's how I feel about statistics.
No.
I agree with you, UL. I agree.
What would you say?
That's how I feel though when people start bringing up your statistics. This is a great example. You see, Captain Tazariak just brought up. It says 3 to 4 online. So I'm about to start discrediting statistics.
No, the average age of marriage is recorded. Is not self-reported. When you marry, the number is there. When you say I had sex with 7 people, I know men are lying, then they're putting 2 more bodies than they should. And women are lying, they're taking 5 bodies because they don't want to look like sluts. So when it's self-reporting about sex, for example, in this place, everybody has 50 bodies, 100 bodies. I don't believe them, respectfully. Most men, I don't believe them. And most women, they never are double digits. I don't believe them. I actually believe that average woman in the West at 30 is between 25 and 35 bodies easily. Easily. I've been to college with this woman. I've been partying with this woman.
They were white women.
What kind of time do these women have?
Saying average though.
And you know why?
Were they white women? Were they white women?
If they white,
white woman,
if they white, it definitely makes sense.
White woman, Brazilian woman, African woman, black woman.
Yeah, white women.
Captain, they all on the same type of time, Captain. Like on the West. So you think women like
white women are more? I think white women are more sexually active than black women. Facts.
And the question is, what is more 5 bodies? So the white woman is 30 and the black woman is 25.
No, the white woman has 30. The black woman has maybe 3 to 5.
What? Come on,
Now somebody,
don't know who, but I'm telling you, somebody's lying.
Yep.
This man is pulling the Dr. Umar
Come
Johnson.
on, Cap. Don't do that, Cap. Don't do that, Cap.
You
Don't
can't
do
be
that, Cap.
doing that,
Wow.
Captain. Come on, Captain.
Now, Captain, I'm gonna have you come with something more intelligent than that, sir.
I'm not saying that black women aren't promiscuous, and you do have some that have a high body count, but we talk about average.
Okay.
Yep.
So you think the average body count for a black woman at 30 is 3?
Yeah, 3 to 5.
Cap, Cap, come on, Cap.
There is no.
There's not this person.
Captain, you need to chill, Captain.
It's not this. I'm sorry.
Captain,
on,
these
Captain.
women have Captain, these women have 2 baby daddies by 35, and you're telling
Right.
me 3. Their
Two
body
baby
count is
daddies by
3 with
35
baby
could be the only men that they slept with.
Captain, this is the thing about women on the West, and that's why I say woman, Latina woman.
My chat killing me in the chat.
These
I'm
women,
I
these
know
women.
that.
Oh, of course they're killing you. Hey, shut up. These women are just like cats. They are curious by nature, and they are dopamine addicts. As soon as they experience a good one, they're always trying to look like he's a crackhead, like a crackhead. As soon as you get the good eye, these women are medicating themselves.
Hey, does unconsented sex count?
Captain,
No.
Because a lot of I say that because in my experience through counseling, a lot of black women's first sexual encounters is not always consensual.
So
that's women. That's women. Period.
But Captain, there's the thing is, I think in general, women just like they go through two things. I think Latina community probably has the same problem. The white community has the same problem. Like we keep saying, the white man is the dealers and all
that.
that.
Count with the bodies; those got to get minus from the bodies.
Of course, but you are capping on this one. I don't know why you're doing that. I have no idea why you're doing that. But 3 bodies at 30, meaning
3 to 5.
1 high school boyfriend, 1 college boyfriend, and 1 husband.
I said 3 to 5.
3 to that's still crazy.
That's still by the time they're 30, man. That's crazy.
Why you think
who nutted them? He's talking about 3 to 5 that nutted.
You said, why do I think that?
You believe that? Yes.
I counsel a lot of women, and just in my from my sexual experience, I'm a little older. I haven't encountered a lot of black women that have such a sexually active lifestyle. Now I know from a world perspective, it's promoted that black women are like just over sexualized. They're just having sex. But in the real world, that's just not always the case.
Well, Cap, do you think most of these women tell the truth, or you think they lie?
Some lie. Yeah, I would say lie. I would say probably 50% of women lie.
50, Cap.
Yeah.
Come on.
Is it the majority or minority?
Majority or minority that lie, Cap.
Okay, I'll say 60-40. They lie.
Okay, they be lying out here. They be lying.
But it's hard for me to think. Like when I think of statistics about black men and black women, I just think what's pushed about them is just not always true. When they bring out stats about black men, I don't think that that's always true. When they bring out stats about black women, I don't think that's always true.
I would agree, but I don't think we need to go as far as saying there's only 3 to 5 though. That's 5
at 30 is not that far of a stretch.
No, yes, it is, bro. This day it is. At 30 years old, with this how things are going these days, that is a huge stretch. They are exposed to sexuality in elementary school.
That's why I asked, is consensual sex unconsensual?
I'm not even talking about that aspect of it. I'm talking about the internet that these kids bring to school and show each other. That's what I'm talking about. They're exposed to sexuality in elementary school, and that curiosity starts then. So they go through middle school, high school, college, and you're telling me they only have 3 to 5?
Captain, these kids these kids are so fast, Captain. They are already at 13, 14. They're already.
May I also say something else?
Absolutely.
Are you looking at this from a standpoint of having counseled women? Have you counseled most women who are religious?
No, most of them come from out the world.
Of the world, okay.
Yeah, so like I'm an Israelite, so most of the women that I counsel come out of the world. And so that's why I asked about unconsented, because I have yet to counsel a woman that has not been touched in some way, shape, or form by a man, whether that is a teenager or a family member or something else like that. And that's why they sometimes become a recluse. So I'm not looking at just what we see on the internet. I'm looking at from real life experiences. And a lot of our women, 1 in 4 Black women are touched without their consent by 8, by 10, by 12, by 13. So their over sexualization can come from that too. So I'm not discounting that also. So that's why I said those bodies don't count. So now let's say if you add those bodies, it might rise up to 10. But 4 or 5 of those men could have touched them and they didn't want to be touched.
We're not just talking. We're talking about bodies, though. We're not talking about just touching.
Diesel, even then but Captain, you're contradicting yourself, because if they get touched when they're kids and they become hypersexualized, they're going to get a ton of bodies.
Everybody don't
become
consensual
bodies.
Yeah, everybody doesn't become hypersexualized. And let's say if that predator passes them off to another predator.
Yeah,
like,
but
I just look at that lane.
But your narrative is saying that they've had 6 to 10 predators by the time they're 30, bro. Like
that. I only said, let's say if you raise it up to 10, 5 of them could have come from a predator. I know a sister that got forced by a boy, and then when the friends found out, they forced her too.
Yes, but you're talking about that's not a normal thing that happens. I get what you're saying, but I think you're pushing the narrative on everybody.
We played games called Catch a Girl, Get a Girl when I was little. Black
but we weren't
over-sexualized. Black boys are over-sexualized, and sometimes they're forced.
But that's what I'm saying. If that's the case, when I was young, the girls was off the chain, Captain. Like my first experiences with girls trying to touch me. Most boys thought girls had cooties. Girls was chasing boys when we was young. So most of the touching was coming from women touching boys.
You had sex with them?
I mean, touching them, but touching them.
Yeah, I'm not talking about touching. That's not what I'm talking about.
No, I ain't talking about touching.
I'm talking about vagina.
I'm talking about a girl saying, "Get on top of me." Most young boys at a young age.
I'm talking about a penis going in a vagina.
Yes, me too.
Because I was when you played hide and go get it, y'all used to put penis in vagina. I mean, that's what
Ilkan, he asking you that.
Oh, I'm asking you. I'm asking you, Captain.
Yes,
no,
I'm
asking we didn't.
When you have these conversations, if women are actually honest about this situation, boys run from girls at a young age. Girls are getting on top of boys and wanting them to get on top of them. If you want to have the honest conversation, boys is running from girls at a young age.
I don't know about that. I know that the girls are more curious, and yes, they'll be the ones to chase around. But when it comes to actual wanting penetration, they're actually scared, more scared to me.
No. That's the movies. We've been watching too many movies. They go, "Oh, you ain't about to put that in me." When I was younger, it was the girls. When you went over their house, they be trying to find you, fondle on you, and try to have sex. I keep saying because TikTok want to have sex. It wasn't the boys. The boys was like that. I got my cootie shot. All of us was getting our cootie shot. We were trying to stay away from girls at that young age. Girls were more hypersexual than the boys. And guess what? They stay more hypersexual than the boys at 15, 25, 35. It's girls putting their bodies all over social media and Facebook, not the men.
And even good girls, to be honest, as soon as they get their heartbreak and they hit the streets, they run like that's like these women have 12-inch dildos, each one of each color. They have 5 of them in that drawer. They have the rose.
You go left field quick, don't you, fatty?
What the hell did I say, Captain?
That's real talk out here.
Hey, Ali, you know what's funny about Captain?
Plastic rods now. Now we talking about plastic rods.
Hey, Ali, you know what's funny about Captain? If I said the white woman has 15-inch dildos on her drawer and she's fucking cactus. And you say, yeah, I agree with that. I know.
No. I just want to stay on subject. I'm just saying we went to plastic dildos. Now we going to plastic.
But there's a part of you medicating yourself with sex is masturbation. Men go through it too, right? And the reality is, once again, I believe that if you have the chance every day, all day, to have sex with somebody that you are attracted and you are an extremely emotional being, I think the same way you sometimes eat too much, sometimes drink too much, women are definitely going to enjoy that shit, and nobody will know until they come around and say exactly what they've been through. Because for what we know, until 2 months ago, Cassie had like 3 bodies and she was with the man for 10 years. Right?
Yeah, Cassie is an example. Now, she's not black though. She's not black.
most women are closer to Cassie than they are closer
But she's
to
not black. I just want
Virgin.
that to be on record. She don't count with the statistics. She's
Yeah, but
not
you're talking
black.
just about women in general.
Oh, okay, no sweat.
So
Lisa,
hold
let's go.
on, hold on, Cap. On rule one more, Cap. Cap, you think most women are ladies and marriageable, or you think most women is 304s and popping that thing?
I think most men and women are 304s today.
Oh shit!
Man,
How can okay, come on, brother. Come on, brother. Come on, brother.
Cap, what you drinking over there, Cap? You drinking that the rock? You drink that Diddy? You drink that Diddy, man? Come on.
You just gotta let me finish the statement. So
Hey,
my
Captain, say that without a smirk in your face.
No, just let me finish the
Yeah,
statement.
but don't laugh. Don't laugh. Say it with a straight
Why
face.
can't he mean that?
I say it with a
Most
straight
men-
face.
let me say my lens is different than y'all. So when I say most men and women are 3 or 4s, my lens is that sex is the marriage. So if you sleep with a man and then sleep with another man, you're a whore. That's my lens. One woman with one man. If a man throws that woman away or sleeps with another man's woman, that's whoredom. So that's my lens. So that's why I'm saying we're 3 or 4.
How many women do you have? Don't you say you say you had multiple women?
I do.
Yes, 40. I'm snitching.
But Cap, you would agree that most male swores or whores can get married versus most women who are whores got mental issues. It's less likely they're gonna get married because they can't keep.
I think men are. I think okay. So if we're gonna be honest, right? Men trick the women. So I'll use the same example on the last live stream. That song "Reasons" by Earth, Wind, and Fire is a prime example of what men do to women. Men, that song "Reasons" is a beautiful song. Reasons that we're here. It's a beautiful song.
Can you sing it for us?
No.
Reasons.
No, I was about to, but I said no. Okay, when you get to the third verse, when it says that the love game has been played and all the reasons was just a charade and they start to fade, that song is about before I hit it, I'm telling you all the things you want to hear so I can hit it. And then after I hit it, all the things I told you to get your draws is gone. So when you say, are we more mentally prepared than the woman? We're more mentally prepared to hustle them. Yes. But when you talk about marriage and keeping them and staying with them, I can't say that.
So why would
Ali,
they
Ali,
why would they
Ali, just before you ask, hey ladies, did you write most men that had schmecks with y'all? Shout out to TikTok. Did they bamboozle you, or you just like, oh, I like him, he likes me, let's get fun? Most.
I've never got bamboozled, but there are men that try to bamboozle women. Yes, there's a lot of them. A lot of them.
No, I'm talking about your experience. Your like the men that you actually consummated the act with. Were you into them, or they convince you and bamboozle you into you? Like hustle you out of your panties. That's what you usually call that. What do you think happened there?
I've seen it happen, just because it hasn't happened to me.
No, I'm talking about y'all. Not
I've always
because those kind of men,
Okay, so it didn't happen to y'all. So no man tricked you out of your panties.
I haven't been tricked.
Man, in my lifetime,
last question. Last question. I'm gonna go.
We got to be honest. Like I've done it to women, like in my lifetime, where you hustle a woman. I know that I don't plan on having a relationship with her, but I want to have sex.
She wanted to sleep with you, Cap. She wanted to sleep with you, Captain.
I'm not saying that she didn't, but I told her things to make her believe that. I'm not saying that she didn't want to have sex, but I'm telling her things that she believed after we had that sex that we would continue to be together, and I know I'm lying.
But Captain, hold on. Let me ask you this, Captain.
That's the part that I'm saying. I'm not saying that a woman don't want to have sex with the man, but what the man does to have sex with her is to give her to believe that we're gonna keep doing it afterwards or keep being in a relationship afterwards.
Captain, do you believe if you would have told the truth back then, you still would have got the box?
No, not all the time.
Come on, bro.
Man, Diesel, hold on, wait, Diesel. The reason why I'm saying not all the time, I'm giving the leeway that yes, it could have happened, but I don't want to say that.
How? Okay, but you tell the truth now, right? You tell the truth now, right?
Yeah, I tell her.
Do you have a problem?
You said what?
Do you have a problem with getting women?
But I keep them though.
That's not the point I'm making. That's not the point I'm making. What I'm saying is,
I have a problem keeping them. What do you mean?
No, I said, do you have a problem getting women?
No. If you tell
so if you don't have a problem getting women now and you're telling the truth, why do you think you would have a problem back then if you told the truth?
Because I'm telling them I'm gonna stay with them forever now. I don't leave them. What I'm saying is, the hustle that men give to women, even if the women wants to sleep with you or not, and this doesn't take away that the woman is playing the same game with you. So women play games, men play games. That's an even playing field there. But I'm simply talking about, Ilkan asked, are men more ready for marriage than women? And I'm saying I can't say that because men throw women away too. Just like a woman to sleep with a man and throw away him.
I think men were telling the truth by what they were doing, Captain Tazariak. You know why? Because when men do it the right way and tell the truth and get married, the woman leave them. So even if they
you
did
know why?
everything,
Because they probably picked the wrong woman.
See, we can't keep doing that. That means most of them the wrong woman. Because if most men are doing what you're asking them to do, they're being righteous, they're telling the truth and getting married to these women, and they still leaving, then that doesn't work either.
That's why I said my first statement was men and women are all 304s. I didn't give neither one of us a leg to stand on.
Neither, yeah.
No, we treating them accordingly. That's all, Cap. That's all they bring it to the table now. They don't want to stay a wife. They don't want to.
Who, the woman?
Sorry.
Yeah, you don't want to stay a wife.
The sister wanted to say something.
Because do most women want to be married?
Yeah, I believe so. I believe most people want to be
being
married.
married is not the same as being a wife. Just like being a mother.
I would say
having a kid is not the same. They want to have kids. They don't want to be mothers. They want to be married. They want to be wives.
Now you're going somewhere else. We're not saying if they're
No. I agree. I agree with you. Most women want to be married and they want to have kids, but the responsibilities that come with those things is a different conversation.
But that's actually.
Do the brothers on the panel? Do y'all sleep with the women and throw them away? Or y'all stay with them?
Absolutely not. I keep them. They leave me.
They always break my heart, Captain.
Why they leave you? Why?
Because I sweat a lot.
Why no? Okay.
That's fat people problems. Like you ever fuck a fat?
Why they leave you, fatty?
Because I sweat a lot. Have you ever fuck a fat man? That's crazy.
No.
Especially during the summer. Oh,
she said no.
Do you know how our room smells after sex? Imagine that with the.
Oh my God, fatty!
So
come on, bro.
So your hygiene is no good.
No, my hygiene is good. I just like bacon a lot.
Pork bacon?
You're not.
Yeah, bacon is the food of the gods.
But why are you not being honest? Why are women leaving you? Both. Why are women not staying with y'all?
Like I said, because I sweat a lot. Like you don't want a greasy man around you.
It's too hard work. It's too much hard work to be a woman and actually love a man when you say you love him, being accountable for your actions. No. I'm telling you, ask the question. You can't change. You ask.
Can she repeat the question, please? And then
yes. Let me repeat the question. Why are women? You said that they leave you guys. Why are they leaving?
So I'll actually be honest about it, right? For the most part, because they can corrupt me. And if you actually been on this market, you understand that women from the get-go, especially if they are on time, and I'm 35, so I'm dating women that are 30 and up-ish, they are all on the time and they don't want to wait nothing. They don't want to know you. They want what they want. They will tell you exactly what it is, and as soon as they can corrupt you, they'll move on to the next person. Corrupt you meaning you are going to say, I am on the field, I'm not trying to have nothing serious, or I'm trying to get to know you and all that. And if you say, I like blue, they ask, why don't you like yellow? I said, no, but you have to accept blue. And they will kind of accept it, but by the end of whatever we have going on, they will still try to change it to yellow, 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 because that's the time that they are.
So basically, fatty, women are doing exactly what Captain explained men were doing, right?
Yes, yes, and the reality is, and the reality is,
you and how you pick
when you are on your 20s, you can't identify these, but once you get older and you don't get bamboozled by pussy easily, you can clearly see what type of time is. We lie to get in your pennies. Y'all lie to get relationships, and y'all lie a lot. Like y'all lie a lot.
Relationship then?
Who?
Huh?
I'm speaking to Fatty for a second. So
yes.
You don't.
And let's go. I got you. I'll introduce you in a second.
So you don't want a relationship.
No. So listen to what I'm saying, right? I have a vasectomy. Okay. I have a vasectomy. My kids are on a lab. You have to sign 7 forms for you to have a kid by me. I come to the table. I say I don't want a relationship. Maybe I change my mind by 40 and have a bunch of kids by then. But I'm 35. I don't have. I'm good, right? They never leave. They actually like me more after I said that shit, right? So It's I meet a person, they want me to be honest, and honest, like they want me to lie to them. They want to say, no, baby, you're going to be the mother of my kids. They want an excuse to actually engage, and they still engage anyway when you're giving them information. So the reality, once again, is women, for whatever reason, are addicted to get some level of control over the men that they're in engaging in relationship with. And it's kind of is a dead by a thousand cuts. But unfortunately, I have kind of an abrasive personality, so people get uncomfortable around me a lot, men and women. So when a woman is not getting what she wants from me, she kind of just grabs her shit and moves along, because I will make you feel uncomfortable if you've been around me, and I know exactly that you try to bamboozle me. I'm not going to let you just fly around and move around like that. So that's my situation. I think most men, like shout out to Coach Greg Adams, are on one blowjob away from the plantation. I'm just not that type of time for me. Life is good, so I would say that. Let me get. Go ahead, Captain. Let me get Mr. Let Go with the question: is 5 bodies, less than 5 bodies for a woman, a flex? And then you go from there. Shout out to my boy Carl Anderson for the 10 memberships. I see you, Carl, and I appreciate you, man. Thank you very much for all the love, brother. I appreciate you. Go ahead, Mr. Let Go. Less than a 5 body count. If a woman says she has less than a body count, is that a flex?
I don't really understand. What do you mean? Is that a flex?
Let me actually play the video for you if I have it. So Lotto, she said, like, she always brags about having a body count lower than her, and something like that, right?
Yeah, she has less than her hand.
How many bodies your girl got?
Nah, I don't know. I don't got nothing to do, man.
Okay.
What the fuck? That's what I'm saying. Why you always saying that in your music? That's little now. On my mother, now stop that now. Ojo, stop saying that, bro.
Stop doing what?
Why you always saying in your song how much bodies you got though? Who gives a fuck?
Who ever said? I said I have a low body count.
No,
That's
you
all I said.
you always make it seem as if you could count your bodies on one hand.
I
really
can
listen to
though.
you.
I can though.
But why does that matter though?
Same reason why bitches say, and fuck your nigga today, and fuck that nigga tomorrow.
But listen, why does that?
But it's just like
listen,
it's true to her though.
listen. Why does
this my music?
Listen.
If I go,
listen.
if I go in the booth
Listen.
and I write
Listen.
my music, bitch, I'm gonna pop my
Listen.
real life.
Listen.
In real life,
Listen.
I got.
Is a woman, like, let's go with 30 years old. Is a 30-year-old saying that she has a body count less than 5 a flex?
I don't know. I don't understand why. I don't really understand all this body count shit. Like, who cares? Like, I don't care.
So you don't care? Would you cuff Mia Khalifa?
Cuff who?
Mia Khalifa.
I don't know who that is. I know who Wiz Khalifa is.
You know who Pinky is?
Huh?
Damn. Would you cuff a woman that has high body count?
Why are you using porn star? You said Pinky?
You talking about
How you,
Pinky?
how you know about that, Captain Tazaria?
Because I was in the
Whoa,
world.
whoa, Captain.
Listen,
What you doing, Captain?
Wait, no. Don't get around. You like to use porn stars and whores a lot for these examples.
Because I'm a man from the, what do you, Captain, how do you call it? I'm a man from the world, right?
But
I'm a worldly man.
The question, but so you're saying the only person you could bring to mind for him to understand is a porn star.
The thing is, the woman that we know, the woman that we know that are hoes. I don't know if Kim Kardashian has a big high body count. I know she has a sex tape. I don't know if Pamela Anderson has a high body count. She just has 2 sex tapes. I don't know her body count per se. I'm just saying that there's a clear example that I can use and say this woman definitely have a big body count because he's on film. But let's assume that he's not on film. Mr. Let Go. If you got 2 women, they are both the same. One has 5 body counts, another one has 50. Which one would you pick? They're both the same.
It depends on who the damn woman is. Like, I don't want to be with most of the women that I'm meeting.
He said they the same.
I said they're the same.
I don't want to be with most of the women that I meet, because if that's the case, I would be with one of them now. So
are you answering like that because you coach
nothing to do with that? It has something to do with personality and all this other shit. If I'm not compatible with a woman, I don't give a fuck about what her body count is. Even if what is
that's actually perfect. That was Captain again.
All these dudes, hold on, let me say this. All these dudes who ain't got no fucking woman run around talking about, would you deal with this woman who got the you ain't with none of them.
That's fact. That's fair. So Misa, let go.
I'm not gonna be sitting around on no goddamn social media. Oh, her body count. Like, you shit is dumb.
We don't believe. Hey, Misa, let go. We don't believe you. Sorry. I don't believe that you meet a woman. Okay, so answer these. You meet
I'm not
a woman.
going to know.
No, it's fine. You meet a woman. She has a good personality. She's about her, like you like her, and she likes you, right? You guys are compatible. And she's like laying with your head, like with her head on your chest and shit. And she says, "Oh, let's go. I have something to tell you." Oh, what, baby? I had a rough patch in college. Let's say that, right? and she give you a number 37. Okay. Now she's delivered, right? She's delivered. She's not doing that anymore. Are you taking her? Are you cuffing her as a girlfriend? Yes or no?
Well, she is dumb enough to say that. Of course, no. Like, because the thing about it is,
brother.
Everybody has done some crazy, stupid shit, not just sexual, just something stupid that you don't want the woman or the man that you're dating to know, because they're gonna be like, you crazy, or you are a slut, or you whatever, right? So that's just common sense. You know, I've cheated on this woman and that woman. So am I gonna say I cheated on my recent ex? I did not, but say I cheated on my recent ex.
That's
Am
believable.
I gonna tell the woman I'm dating that I cheated on my recent ex?
So if she says, no, wait, one second. Whoa. We have to stop there, right there.
I tell the girl that I'm with, hey,
Here I come. Oh, here I come. Oh.
What if she asks you?
So y'all
why did you broke up? Why your last relationship didn't work? You're going to lie on her?
Mr. Lego, don't lie.
No, I said it didn't happen.
No. But if happened, you said, I'm not telling her. If she asks you, right? Hey,
yes,
baby,
if she asks me, I'll tell her. Yeah, but I'm not just going to be laying on her chest saying, "Hey, I cheated on every woman that I dated," or some old stupid shit. My point is,
gonna do that either.
We all have done some embarrassing shit to the opposite sex that actually may be cool to the same sex. But telling the opposite sex some embarrassing shit out of nowhere, nobody's going to do that. So all this stupid, idiotic, what's your body count? Nobody talks about their fucking body count in real life. It's just on social media. And this is the problem with this shit on social media versus real life.
Right, real talk.
I'm in real life. I'm a real life human. All right. I'm not, what they call them, UPCs, these playable characters. A lot of dudes on social media are literally NPCs. They don't go outside. They don't date women in real life. They don't do none of this shit. So they say all this goofy shit on social media because they're an NPC. I'm a real life person. And these conversations never happen.
But there's the thing. Just because conversations never happen doesn't mean that her being outside never happened, right? So she's for the streets, and you are not doing your due diligence. To my opinion, that's just ego. That's just bravado, in my opinion. That's just the man saying, "I don't want to know." No, we actually want to know. If the more information we have, the better. And the reality is, we don't. You know why we don't ask? Because we know most of our omens were either former O's or they are on the retirement type of path. But at 30,
I don't ask because I don't need division. I don't need division. I don't
care.
I don't care. That's not really a big deal.
I can look at a woman's eye movement, how she responds to what I say, how she responds to the outside world, how she responds to the environment. It's like a million different ways I can tell.
I would care more about her motherhood, her mind state, like what her mental is. Like, I would care about that.
Just like now, like say I'm dating UL, right? And we're sitting at a dinner table, and just we're talking about Diddy and Cassie, right? And I'm like, what do you think about Cassie? And if she turns around and starts caping for Cassie, oh my God, she was just a victim and she didn't do anything wrong. Guess what? I'm like, oh, you a hoe.
Yeah, red flag. Red flag.
I would be like, what's your body count? I would be an adult and utilize normal everyday scenarios to find out if she's a hoe. All this body count shit is for cornballs.
It's because it's because offensive to women. It would matter who you spend your money with. It wouldn't matter who you spend time with. It wouldn't matter who you support. It would matter who you reward as a man. It does. Whoever. It
doesn't matter. Nothing matters.
You wiped them up. You didn't wipe up a stripper. Hold on, real quick.
I haven't wiped up. Hold on. I only wiped up one woman in my entire life. So who gives a fuck?
Right. Because you didn't trust them. Probably. If you didn't wipe them up, it means you don't trust women. If you
I didn't wipe them up because we weren't compatible.
Hey, when y'all say wipe them up, right?
Problem. Hold on, let me tell you. This is the problem with this cornball shit. It's never about body count. Why a man is not dating a woman. It's other shit. But y'all want to be stuck on this cornball body count shit. It never comes up.
Let me finish real quick.
Hey, do y'all have sex with somebody y'all don't wife up?
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's most men. That's
what I'm saying.
That's why I said men and women are poor.
No, it's because y'all say it don't matter. Captain Desariark. It's because y'all say it don't matter. If she was if you said it, her body count don't matter.
No, I just asked you, do y'all
it's not a part of the conversation.
Have sex with women y'all don't wife up?
Yes.
So what's the point?
That's a whore.
Because it matters, man.
You're a whore. That's what I'm saying. You're a whore.
Right, Captain Desariark. The woman is the whore. We're treating the woman accordingly.
The Bible would say you're a whoremonger.
True, it would say that.
Right.
It would
so
say
you are a whoremonger.
But I'm a whoremonger if she ain't listening to the man.
But you put your dick in her knowing she wasn't gonna listen though.
No, but Captain Desariark, that's what most women are doing.
But you put your rod in her knowing she wasn't gonna listen.
Yes, I have before. Yes, I have. No, there's no. Captain Desariark is holding man to term. He should do that, right? But the fact that most women are sleeping with men they wouldn't listen to is the problem. Y'all control it. We don't control it. You control your body.
You know, I have a mantra when I say black women to stop being whores and we stop loving them.
But they are not whores. They only have 3 bodies.
You act like y'all. When you say they control it, no, you control it. You should have dick discipline.
With your making the same.
Let me tell you, a lot of women who step out is to act like the whores that their husbands have cheated on them with.
No. Let me say this.
Good point, sis. Good point.
No, it's not a good point, and don't be clicking those buttons, Captain. This is what's going to happen, and this is why women are full of shit. If you like me, and I'm a good man, and I'm a righteous man, and I don't fuck you, you are going to go to the next man, and you're going to fuck him.
And she's not a good woman.
I never made the hoe. She was a hoe before she met me.
What I'm saying,
if she comes to me and I say I'm a man of God, I'm not a man of the world, and all that shit, she's going to call me, so let go to scratch her back. This is what these women are doing. Once you don't know what they want,
like that's a whore.
She'll call us gay.
What I'm saying,
she'll call us gay, Captain. She'll call us gay.
That's fine. Let her go be a whore. But you should have discipline. Which here's what essentially what you're trying to do. You're trying to blame her for your whoredom. That's what you're essentially trying to do. We're not already a whore. So the scenario that you just presented is that she won't accept you because you're a God-fearing man. So she's
you said that.
That's what you just said. You said that's what you just said.
Yeah, what I said is like you are saying that is on the responsibility of the man because you could practice dick discipline. And what I'm telling you is that
responsibility is on both parties.
Yeah, but this woman is going to come to me. I'm going to say, I'm practicing dick discipline. And she's going to call me, so let's go next to try to get some dick and discipline. That's what
what is your discipline about?
Based on, right.
What is your discipline about?
Captain, my man never was.
He don't know how to answer that because he don't have.
I will answer. Men were never disciplined when.
No. I'm asking you, what is your dick discipline? If I'm saying we got to have dick discipline, and you go to a woman and say, "I'm practicing dick discipline," so she runs away from me, right?
Yes.
Why is that a bad thing on your part?
Because I want to fuck.
That's how you know you don't have dick discipline.
Yes, I do, because I have standards.
Blame her for your lack of discipline because you can find a woman to fuck. You just got to have the discipline to get the woman to fuck.
Who said that? No. I'm being disciplined.
I'm good at this. Listen, I am absolutely good at this.
No, Captain, I have standards. My discipline is I don't fuck anything and everything. I have standards.
You do, though.
Yeah, but no. Captain, you have a body count bigger than me. What the fuck are you talking about?
I don't have a body count because all my women are with me.
You still fucking
it's like a dead body.
Captain,
my women are alive with me.
Captain,
that's a dead. I do not have a cemetery.
Captain, that's you. You don't have a cemetery. You have, I don't know, a maternity hospital, something like that. The
Even
reality,
maternity, they babies, they living. That's life.
no, but the reality is, you are using your religion and what you consider keeping as saying, I can fuck 70 women and I'm still disciplined. No, 70 women, you're still fucking 70 women. I don't care if you cuff them or not.
It's not that high.
It's 40. Let's go with 40.
Not 40. The internet says 40, but it's not that high either.
Captain, come on, Captain. When
It's
you
not
go
even
to
double digits.
Captain, when y'all go to this conventions and everybody like, Captain,
Nah, they don't.
how many
Look at
coochie-
smiling. Look at
how many coochie you get over there, Captain?
But
Come
but
on.
it, wait, but slow down. When we talking about discipline, even if you use me as an example, if I talk to a woman and she doesn't want to be my wife forever, and she says, I can't do that, I want to do this. I don't look at it like, let me bend my belief or my standards to get her. What you're saying is that you will bend your belief or standards
What are
to
my
get
beliefs?
her, and then you use her as the excuse.
No, my beliefs is
you said if I tell her I got this dick discipline, she gonna go away.
no, because I don't believe in dick discipline. No, nowhere in the history of mankind, men were sexually disciplined. I'm going to give you an example. If a woman keeps taking money from men, and when I say take money, is I open my wallet, Yoel takes money, Angelica takes money, Akua takes money. I'm not going to blame the woman. That's what they do. I'm opening my wallet and give them money. I'm not going to call them names because they're trying to extract resources from a man that's willing to part way with his resources. I do the same thing with pussy. If you're willing to part ways with your pussy, I will take that shit. It is what it is.
Well, I've said.
But life is made
for right, sir?
If I send you a cash app, UL, are you going to send it back?
I wouldn't. What you sending it to me for?
Oh no, I'm asking. I'll send you $50 cash app and say
back.
Well, come on, Will.
What do you? I don't take people's money.
No. I'm asking if
Are you
I was
sending
a man
it for the purpose of sex?
If I was a man and I was infatuated with you, and every morning I'll go to your Instagram and says, Grand Rising Queen, here is $50 so you can have a great day and you can lunch and you can dinner, you will take it. Most women will take it.
Ain't no way.
Me money and hold on. So hold on. You're telling me if a man is giving me money, but this is not my man. It's just a man.
No,
giving me money.
you are single. I am single. I am infatuated with you. We talk every day and all that, and I send you $50 because I just like you like that. Would you send it back?
Let me tell you something. I would definitely ask this man what is
because I like you. I already said it. I like you.
What do you want now? Do you want?
I don't want nothing. I'm just sending you money. Well.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you. Okay. So now let's flip it. I wake up every day and you say, Fatty, I'm 10 minutes away. I'm about to give you this coochie. I say, sit on my face. I don't give a fuck. I'll take it. I'm not saying no, because I'm practicing discipline. And why you trying to put that pussy on me? What is the reason? I don't give a fuck.
But a family can start
Wait,
from you
I got a
discipline.
question,
That's
Patty.
very different than accepting money. Although I don't believe in
It's
accepting
the same
money,
thing.
it's
Woman,
not the same thing.
Woman,
Patty, I got a question.
Building a family.
Just say this and then you got to.
So you could create a potentially a single mother or a baby mama.
I have a vasectomy. I can impregnate woman naturally. Thank you. I'm disciplined like that.
But
so now that I got that out of the way, hey, and by the way, this is to be clipped. Okay, player one, checkmate.
You're having sex with anyone though.
No,
anyone
I'm
that's ready to give you coochie.
I am not having sex with anyone. I only fuck attractive woman. Aqua. Sorry. Yes.
Wow.
Aqua. Sorry. So once again, if you are trying to get sex with me, I don't have to ask you why. You clearly like me. I'm sorry. And if you don't want to actually do it, go ahead and go practice your what is Mr. Fantastic does. Not coochie management, pussy preservation. You go in there and do pussy preservation. I don't give a fuck about that shit. If you are willing to give me sex, it is my prerogative to actually take it. If you don't want to do it, just keep it to yourself. That's all.
You don't believe
hold on. I'm gonna get a thought out before y'all keep going. All of y'all already checkmated yourself. It's lack of accountability on your womb, and Captain Zaryak can help you as well too. If a man gives you money, he's wrong. If a man gives you his D, he's wrong. If the man picks the wrong woman, if he picks a woman, gets
That's not
married
what
to
I
the
said.
woman. Hold on, Captain Tazariak. If a man actually marries a woman, gets in a relationship with a woman, he's wrong for picking the wrong woman. We are blaming. Captain Tazariak said it's your fault for picking Captain Tazariak. You said it's your fault for picking the wrong woman. That's what you said.
No. I said that based on Fatty saying if I go to the woman and say, I don't want to have sex with you because I'm practicing dick discipline, meaning you want to build a relationship, and she walks away. If he sleeps with her knowing that, then he's wrong.
No.
Remember
this? I told you to fix all of this. That I said, even if men do the right thing, the women still leave. You said because they're picking the wrong woman. That's what you said. So if the man is that's all I'm saying. So what does the woman actually do wrong? When is she wrong?
The one, okay, so we was on the subject of men at the time. I remember my statement is that we're both whores. So if we talk about men, I'm gonna talk about the things we wrong at. So since you want to talk about women,
no, Captain Zari, moving too fast. You know what you're doing. That's a good debate tactic. No, Captain Zari, that's not what I'm asking.
Right here, we're gonna talk about women. You said
no. We stand with the men that did it right. You said the men picked wrong. And that's why I asked you, when are they wrong? Because if we give her D, we wrong. If we give her money, we wrong. If we marry her, we wrong because we picked the wrong woman. So I'm asking you, when is she wrong?
When she doesn't follow your lead, she's wrong.
That's not my woman.
You said what?
That's not my woman. I'm just laying down with her.
See how you see Fatty messes it up every time you try to have a real conversation.
That's not my woman.
Then Fatty comes with, that's not my woman. I'm just laying with her.
Captain, that's not my woman. Captain, didn't you say
that's not my woman?
No. He has to be no. He has to be right, because if Captain Tazariak, if people are having casual sex and are in this sexual liberated society, right? That's
the problem.
No, but it's an equal exchange. But the exchange,
I agree.
But if I give her my money without her earning it, I'm a sucker. If she gives me that part of herself in the equal exchange and says, hey, I'm not even looking for a relationship, we can't say the man is bad. The man doesn't lose his value when he has sex with a woman. We're not judged the same. I'm not going to tell UL, since you ain't protecting and providing for me, you're not a good woman. We're judged differently. Just because a man has sex with a woman, he doesn't lose his value. It actually increases his value. There's women still willing to sleep with him. There's women still willing to give access to themselves. So when he's having sex, he finds his wife that way. But when a woman is having countless amount of sex, she doesn't stop at a man. She doesn't give them loyalty. She's a disloyal woman who uses the freak offs like certain women do to get to pleasure herself and to get resources and validation, and she never can keep a man. That's why she's having sex, because she can't connect with a man emotionally, so she connects with him physically.
You're talking about
you was gonna say something, Yoel, before I say something. You was gonna say something?
Oh no, go ahead.
And by the way, Mr. Let's Go.
So like I'll say something that's like an unspoken.
Mr. Let's Go get the microphone after Captain Go.
Okay? Oh wait, yeah, because I see him put in the chat, so he can go first before me.
No, I heard Fatty say, if a woman is riding down the street that you know, and she said, I'm around the corner, you want some coochie, and you just gonna let her in, that is dangerous. When you get to a certain level in life, women are going to potentially stalk you. It's like light stalking. They'll be like, hey, I'm in the area, what you doing?
You are YouTube famous. I'm not.
Your job is to say no. You don't let her come over.
Why?
Because she's trying you.
Why?
She's doing this on purpose to see if she can overstep your boundaries. Because guess what? If you let her do that, then she's going to do some other shit. You ain't never had no stalker before?
I already fucked. Hey, Mr. Let's Go. If a woman can put no kids on you and you are not married with her, who has all the leverage? I'm not a small dude. So and unless you're going to poison me, I don't think you're going to kidnap me, right? Other than that, what are you going to do?
There's other dangers to a woman can get your house broken into.
I live on the fourth safest country on the planet. Next.
So
no, let's keep going. I can get you pregnant. I live on one of the most safest country on the planet. The people don't ambush people like that. Let's keep going. I'm not scared of HIV.
I'm on a panel.
You're not scared of HIV? It's crazy.
That was a joke. That was a joke.
You can do
HIV. When I'm on a panel, it's me talking to not only the people on the panel, but the people that are watching. So the thing about it is you can't just allow women to just willy-nilly just come over your house and you ain't asked them to come over, because you are showing that, one, you ain't got no boundaries. Two, you'll do anything from some pussy. Three, you ain't got shit else to do but wait on her to come over. What if you got another chick over her house, over your house?
No, there was a.
Hold on.
What if most women don't come? No, nobody comes on my house and announce other than the Amazon.
I'm going by what you had said. What if you got another chick over your house and another chick calls you and she sees her car, another person's car in the driveway or whatever?
I don't have a driveway. I'm broke. I live in an
speaking
apartment.
to the people in the chat, just an average person. She sees that somebody else is over your house. Next thing you know, now you got a problem because you got a chick over your house, and because you ain't got no boundaries, she could just knock on your fucking door because she's used to just overstepping your boundaries.
Mr. Let Go, I am single.
Stupid.
I live on the 9th floor of an apartment complex. There's a bunch of cars outside, and even if she knocks on my door and there's a woman there, none of them are my girl. So I don't give a fuck. You shouldn't come. You shouldn't even come to my house or close to me and announce. Even family members don't come to my house and announce. So why would she come to my house and announce? I don't get it. Well, go ahead, UL.
It's not only about that. I mean, how it sounds like you're saying who you are as a man, Fatty.
Yes.
That you're single. You will have sex with who and whenever that you want, because you don't want a relationship.
Yes.
Okay. And that's what you're going to do. It's just continue having sex with multiple women until what kind of man do you think that makes you to a woman's eyes, though?
I don't give a fuck. My value, my value has nothing to do with woman.
You gotta answer it though.
I have family members to take care of. I have friends to take care of. I have business associates. 1 second, please. I could do whatever I want from now until 50 and still be the peak of the litter and get the woman that I want. I guarantee you.
Let me. Oh no. Let me say something.
No. Why do you say no?
You said you can be with any woman when? After?
I can do this from 35 until 50 years old, do whatever the fuck I want, and still get the woman that I want, pick up the leader, be at 25, 30, 35, and still get her. What's the consequences?
You don't display yourself as a leader. You don't display yourself as a
They don't want a leader. They want the 50-50
Wait,
partner.
let me finish. It's not that they don't. They do. We are actually, you have a platform like this. And you have the nerve to, forgive me, but you have the nerve to talk so much down on women when you are a man who's leading a life that seems like no purpose, and you're saying you're taking care of your family. That's beautiful, but
I'm not taking care of my family. My family, I come from actually good family. They take care of themselves. Go ahead.
Okay, well, you brought that up just now, so I don't know, but what does it give you the right to put your opinions on other people when you're just having sex willy-nilly with no plan, no nothing to go on?
Don't care about age.
Women. It makes
because I have zero broken families. I'm not traumatizing these women. I'm not lying to them. I'm not bamboozling them. No, I'm not bamboozling. Like I am a man's man. I mean what I say. I mean what I say. I say what I mean. If I want to get pussy, I'll go get pussy. If I don't want to, I don't want to. And if a woman doesn't know, because that's not the value, because there's not a leader, go get somebody that will. It is what it is.
No, it's not a leader, though.
I never claim that I'm a leader. You know what I am? No, 1 second, please. 1 second, please. I never claimed that I am a leader, but I don't have to claim it. People around me know what's going on. And once again, these conversations are futile because you don't know me and I don't know you. Just the fact that I earn 7 to 10 times more than an average Portuguese person makes me the pick of the litter. I could be 7,000 pounds. Just if y'all woman in the United States saying, I want a 6-figure guy, right? And all of y'all open your legs and get married as soon as you guys get somebody that is on that upper echelon, that's double the income. If I earn 7 to 10 times the income on a Portuguese woman, what do you think this white woman wants? Do you think they don't like money? Do you think they don't like tall men? Do you think they don't like brown men? Do you think that they don't like men that put their foot down and says, bitch, go back home. I don't want to deal with you. So you tell me what a leader is. And for you know what a leader is? A man that does what a woman wants. I don't give a fuck about what you all have to say. If you're not my woman, if you are not my woman, you shouldn't listen to me. Point blank period. Go listen to Captain Tezera, So just Captain.
Bizarre, yeah.
Captain, go listen to Captain. Go listen to Mr. Let Go. Go listen to Ilkan Ali. I'm not a dating coach. I'm not a motivational speaker. And I have a very negative perspective about women and men when it comes to relationships, including y'all. So go ahead.
So hold on. Okay. Thank you for saying that. But at the end of the day, when it comes to you speaking in the future, the next time we have conversations and you talk about leaders, what makes you think that you are a credible person to listen to? What makes you think that we should listen? You're not a leader yourself.
Just one second. AUL, can you identify a leader?
Yes, I can.
Are you a leader?
I'm a leader. Well, I mean, so women, if you're talking about women,
no. Listen, you said I can talk about leaders because I'm not one. Are you a leader?
As a man.
Are you a leader as a man?
No, I'm not.
So you need to shut the fuck up.
No, what is that?
Absolutely.
That makes no sense.
No, UL.
Why would you have to talk like that?
UL, we are going to do a business deal. 1 second. We are going to do a business deal right now. I'm not a leader. I will shut the fuck up. You are not a man, either a leader. Shut the fuck up too, and don't be doing diagnoses about you are not a leader when you are not one. You are not a man. You have no idea what being a man is. So respectfully, once again, play your position and don't be telling men that they are not the leaders, because I know what you mean. For you, a leader is a man that does what you think a leader is. You are not in position for having a leader, because if you were, you would have a kid. You will be married and you'll be right into the sunset. You are just like me. UL. No, 1 second. UL. What are your results compared to mine? I will say this. I'm a loser. 35 years, don't have a girlfriend, and don't have kids. What are your results?
I didn't say you're a loser, first of all.
What are your results compared to mine?
Well, let me listen. You're not going to try to direct this conversation.
I asked you a question.
No. Wait a minute.
Man, you're not bullying. You ain't gonna let it talk.
You're not going to direct this conversation into a negative place that you're trying to take it. I didn't speak the way I spoke because I'm trying to put you down.
No, we dare not.
Or say anything wrong about you, because clearly you got offended. You clearly got offended. Let me a second, because then you started speaking all shut the fuck up. No,
I will shut the fuck up too. Is how I talk. I will shut the fuck up. It's directed to me too.
I'm not a man. I'm not a man. I don't want to put myself in the leader position. That's why when you ask me that,
there was Captain again.
That's why when you asked me that question, I said, hold on. Are we talking about as women? Because I can say a role model.
Absolutely.
I'm not going to say a leader.
Okay.
I'm saying as a man, if you're saying as a man, if you're saying that you're just having sex with any attractive woman, anyone that says I'll give you sex, you'll have sex with her.
That's not what I said.
You say it again?
I literally said I have standards. But if you're attractive, you're probably going just like most men.
Okay, well, you said you'll have sex with any attractive woman.
That's what you did say that, Fatty.
Any plans?
But I have standards. Go ahead.
And no plans of being in any relationship because you have a hysterectomy, you're this and that and a third. So you just seem like a person who has where is the value? Where are you going? So you're saying, where are you going with your mind? So who are you fit to lead as a woman?
I agree. I agree. I don't have no problem with what you said. Hey,
I would come and be like, well, you have no plan.
No, UL. You don't know. I don't proclaim myself to be nothing. I don't give dating advice. I'm just a person with an opinion. I just have a platform, right?
Right.
I will listen to you. I don't think people should listen to me. I tell them all the time, take what that say as face value. It's just my opinion, my perspective around the world. I actually believe in you. People that don't have results like me, they should listen to me. I have a person with a do-rag because I have a fucked up hairline and I don't want to go to the barber and an anime t-shirt, right? I have nobody. But the question is, should women listen to you? Do you have results?
Women should listen to me, yes. And I'm not.
Why?
Women should listen to me because where I am today, I've learned a lot in my life. I have.
So are you married?
No, I'm not married.
Do you have kids?
No.
So what's the difference between you and me? I've been on this planet for 35 years. I learned a lot of shit too. So we both learn things. Why am I not? 1 second. A question is, why me being 35 years on this planet, knowing a bunch of things, getting money, building team after team, accomplish a bunch of things, and people shouldn't listen to me, but you are exactly on the same track as mine. Why should people? You're not? How old are you?
You and I clearly have different mindsets.
How old are you?
I'm 34. But
so
wait, before you continue.
No, I will say this and then you got it. I'm not interrupting.
Hey, Fatty, you keep asking her questions and cut her off every time.
No, I will promise I'll pass you the microphone. I'll leave it alone. You are right, Captain. That was a good observation. Okay.
You've been doing this for about 25 minutes.
I've been on this planet for one more year than you. Both of us don't have results at all. Why should people listen to you and not me? Please explain.
Okay. I do have results. I've used my experiences to make me the woman I am today, which is a woman who has high value, which is a woman who believes in God. I have a direction. I don't just choose to have sex with anybody willy-nilly, and I'm not married because I'm waiting on a leader for God to send me this leader. So I'm not going to go and have sex with any man. I don't want to have a child unless I am married. So no, I'm not going to. That's where I am today. I've made choices in the past. No, I'm not a perfect person, but I will not lead somebody into society today without giving them a proper plan to succeed. You're not giving any successful advice to anyone. You have a very negative output on relationships, on women, on men. You don't give equality of anything. It's always the woman. Always the woman. It's never the men who have any problem. If somebody will say, oh, you know what, it's both of them, you will go crazy to say, no, it's not both of them, it's the woman. I'm not saying I'm any better than you. And again, I'm not a leader, I'm not anything like that, but I will lead a woman to teach her how to be with a man because of what I've learned from God, what I've learned from my experiences. I can teach her and tell her how to be in a relationship. So I would say I have a little bit more credibility than you to give relationship advice or to speak to a woman or to speak to a man than for you who's saying, go have sex with anybody because you don't give a damn about life.
Okay, so I'll pass the microphone to the panel after we're done with this. I'm just going to say this, right? Quality products don't sit in the shelves for years. Quality products are scooped up as soon as they hit the shelf. If you releasing Jordans, that shit will be on the store 1 hour and is sold out. If you are high value, why nobody picked you? Why nobody of value picked you? No, one second, please.
Market me like we market the food.
The question is,
you heard what she said, Fatty?
Let me feel like because I let her finish. I let her finish. I talk what I talk. I just want to say this.
Can she just say what she just said?
If you are high value, why no man of value picked you?
I just told you. You try to compare me to a food. Put me in front of a shelf and market me in front of 1,000 people who can watch me every day.
How many subscribers do you have on IG?
I have 35,000.
Also, you have 30,000 subscribers and not one good man.
Men? Hold on a second. We're not. First of all, what makes you think that I respond to every man in my DM?
The litmus test?
I'm not.
Hey, you well. I've been a YouTuber for 2 years, right? I have 7,000 subscribers just right now. You can ask Ali, you can ask Diesel. Woman through pussy and me left and right. Portuguese people that come here, woman on the chest come here. We brought woman from TikTok. Oh my God! Is week after week, month after month, and you are telling me with 30,000 subscribers on IG, and you are an attractive woman and all that, you can get nobody to cuff you? How?
Who said I can get anybody to cuff me? First of all, I make the choice. I will see who is qualified for me to speak to. I don't just go and talk to anybody in my DMs or whatever. I don't. First of all, I don't even look at my DM request. So we can cuff it there. Second of all, you may think 1 million people are hitting me up every day. They're not. Actually, a lot of men are intimidated to reach out to me.
Oh, they're intimidated? Why?
Yes, they are. This is another thing that we've talked about. I just posted this on my thing. A lot of men have a depiction about pretty women to me. They feel like, oh, it's this, it's that, and the third. So I'm not getting as many messages as you think I'm getting based off of my Instagram page. Okay. Like, I don't know what you think if 1 million men is coming at me, and the ones that do, I feel like are not qualified for me to be with. And that's the end of the day. That doesn't, because somebody hasn't found me yet, that doesn't mean that I'm not high quality. You're not going to market me like you market a fish.
So why can you apply that to me?
Apply what?
Just because I'm not big doesn't mean that I'm not high quality. Why can you apply it to me?
Well, because of who you just said you are. You're telling me that you're a man who will just have sex with any woman because she's beautiful. You don't talk to her. You don't want to know who she is, where her mind is. This woman could be a killer. Y'all ain't watched one of them movies. This woman could try to poison you. She's not going to look at you as a man who's high value because you don't value your own body because you finna just give her whatever. That's to my opinion, but y'all think men should have sex with who and whatever. I think that's nasty. I feel
well, spoiler alert.
That's you right there.
Men of value have sex with multiple women all the time, every time. And one thing that you don't understand about men, and this is why you actually are clueless about men. Good men want coochie, bad men want coochie, tall men want coochie, short men want coochie, the religious men want coochie, the atheist men want coochie. Men want coochie is in general. You can meet a good guy and he will want to fuck you on day one because he's a man. The same way all y'all women, no matter if you're white woman, black woman, tall woman, short woman, want money, resources, protection. We like coochie. So you are not going to shame me from doing what every powerful man did on the history of mankind.
No.
If they have opportunities, you will take it. And you know why I don't listen to women? Because if I was an incel, you'll be calling me a virgin. So there's no win with y'all. If I didn't get no bitches, the first thing woman says is, you are a virgin, you get no coochie. So even 1 second. So if I had no bodies in her experience, a woman will tell, you don't get no bitches, so you can talk about woman. But if I'm getting them, I shouldn't be talking either because you get too much.
That's not true. It has nothing to do with that. It has to do with your mindset and how you.
Most women are not going to convert
your mouth. If you are a man who has never had woman and you haven't had woman, but you're speaking like you can direct the woman. You're speaking like you have discipline within yourself. Why wouldn't we listen? We listen to good.
No, ma'am, that's not true, ma'am. That's not. I'm sorry. Can I just interject real quick? So the fact of the matter is
a chance to go around and then we go to the main event. And before, this is not personal.
No,
I'm your. No, I know. I'm just saying this.
That's what you do.
No. The thing is, we had probably 5 women rage quit and never come back on the last 3 weeks, and you are on our best behavior. We're not going crazy on nobody. We're treating everybody with respect. All that. I'm just telling you so you know this is not personal, but I will mirror energy. So when people question me, I am very okay with responding to their questions, but I will question you back. Okay, that's all I'm saying. It is what it is. Go ahead, Diesel. Please, you have the floor.
So the thing that I'm leaning towards more is what Fatty is saying, is because if you're not in the situation that you're preaching about, how can you get anybody to listen to you? That's what I don't understand. Like, I get that you find yourself as a high value woman. I don't know if you are or not. I'm not trying to make a determination on that or not. But if you're not in a relationship and you're telling me that you're more qualified to speak about this because the other person you're talking about is not in a relationship, how can I take your word over that other person's?
Did
I come into the conversation in the middle of it? Because I might be missing something. But from what I gather is you and Fatty were going back and forth, and he was saying, why are you more qualified than he is when you both are in the same situation?
We're not in the same situation. Listen to him speak and listen to me speak.
Actually, ma'am, hold on. Actually, yes, you are, because Fatty is acting as a single man and you're acting as a single woman.
Okay. And
two totally different situations, but
is Fatty teaching the people
exactly what single men do? Exactly what single men do.
I literally said I don't teach
that
nothing
wasn't
to
the
nobody.
conversation, though. The conversation wasn't what single men do. The
Yes,
conversation is about whores. No, it was not. The conversation was about whores and fucking and leadership. And Fatty has consistently said he don't give a fuck about women. He gonna fuck them. He gonna leave them. So, their two lifestyles are totally different to put them in the same complex.
They should be different, though. That's you're talking about a woman and a man. That's
no. A man and a woman can both be out here fucking with the same concept and be on the same type of time.
Yeah, but a man ain't gonna be looked at as a whole like a woman is gonna be looked at as a whole, brother. Come on now.
Don't spin the narrative. Don't say
I'm not spinning the narrative.
You just said that they cannot be the same. What you really meant to say was they won't be looked at the same. So what? Because your response when I said what I said was that the man is not going to be looked at this way, but they can live the same lifestyle.
But the outcome, hold on, bro. Come on, man.
Uella and Fatty do not live the same lifestyle. Uella is not out here fucking a bunch of men, but Fatty is out here fucking a bunch of women.
I don't know that.
How do you know?
You respect the UL. Hold
on. That's the narrative that she's giving, though. That's the narrative that she's giving.
I'm not saying
I might be lying too. I might be a virgin.
Wait, let's not a question if one is lying and one is not. Uella is single. She's not sleeping with nobody currently, correct or incorrect?
Correct.
Thank you. So let's not spin the narrative like she lying and Fatty is telling the truth.
No,
so we
that's
go by
not what
what they both are saying. Their lens is different. You can't say that they're the same.
I didn't say they were the same.
Hold on. I've been quiet.
You know why we know the same? Because Captain has 30 wives, but their wives only have a husband. That's why
I don't have 30 wives.
No, Captain. You can have multiple women. Your woman can only have you. We're not the same, brother.
Is that discipline?
Me and Noel are not the same. You and your woman are not the same.
Is it discipline?
How is it discipline? You fucking more woman than me.
They only have me. I only have them.
Still fucking more woman than me.
Is that discipline?
Captain,
no, that's the situation you built for yourself. That's all it is.
Now, 1 second, Captain. If Ali knows this, and most people that work with me, I'm a workaholic. Sometimes I disappear for 24 hours. Everybody knows what's going on. I'm the same. No, I'm a workaholic. No, Captain. If I'm having one woman every 2 or 3 months, and you have 10 wives, who is fucking more?
What do you mean? I don't have 10 wives.
Let's go with 7.
Okay, let's go with 7. So if
I
got 7 wives, those are 7 wives that I've had forever.
Still fucking more than me. I don't have 7 women.
But you are throwing them away. Do you build anything with them?
I never got them to throw them away. They were never mine. Now I am throwing people away.
Wait. How do you have sex with them, but then say you never got with them?
If these women are not mine, I can throw them away. They were never mine.
And that's, once again, that's why I said you and her are 2 different lenses. Even you and I are 2 different. You believe that having sex with a woman doesn't make her yours. I believe having sex with a woman does make her mine. I don't just meet a woman at a club and have sex with her the first night. I don't do that.
Captain, I agree. So why don't you ask her? Hey, having sex with a man means that you are theirs?
I wouldn't have sex with a man unless we are.
That was not the question. You having a sex with a man means that you are theirs.
I mean,
yes or no?
In my opinion, yes. I wouldn't have sex
with every man that you have sex with, you belong to them. That's what you're saying.
I'm not having sex with a man unless he is mine and I am his. That's my answer. Do you want me to say a different one?
So now, you are Fatty. You and I live 2 different lifestyles. You can't compare me having the 7.
You giving a lot of pushback to Fatty, respectfully, and we love.
I'm not giving no pushback.
No. Let me finish real quick. You're not giving the rightful pushback to the women, because if she had intercourse with somebody and she's not still with them, then she wouldn't be a good woman. Like you got to follow the step. No, hold on, Fat. No, we going by the law. If she had sex with somebody, she should still be that man's woman. Correct or not? Hold on. Oh, you hold on. I'm with Captain Cesariot, because this is a very extremely disingenuous conversation. Women can use men for resources. Women can use men for protection, the cash apps, for entertainment, for whatever services they want. Soon as a man has consensual sex with her, now he don't have dick discipline. But women do it every single day. I didn't say, hold on. Hold on. I'm just trying to make the point. So if women were truly operating in that sense, most of us would have to practice dick discipline, because when she has sex with a man, they have to stay together. The last guy you had sex with, was that your man?
That was my man, yeah.
Why aren't you still with that guy?
I made a bad choice.
See?
Okay, but wait a minute though. I may not still be with him, but that does not mean that I'm not going to take responsibility for what I'm doing. I didn't use him. I didn't go into his life and get cash app like you're trying to tell me. I didn't
go back to him.
No, what did he do? What did he do? Hold on, hold on. First of all, hold on. We want to have an extremely intentional conversation, because this is a bad faith one right now. Because we give you resources, time, and energy. We give us support. You are not supposed to give me your body unless I'm your husband, according to what Captain Zaria is saying. Let me fit. Well, I didn't say you. I didn't say you. Well, you because. But then it's going to be a contradiction, because if men should practice dick discipline, hold on. If men should practice dick discipline, then women should practice pussy discipline.
I agree.
No, so hold on, Captain Zaria. If woman is practicing pussy discipline, We ain't got to worry about dick discipline. We're not having sex because she's only having sex with her husband. That's where it started. That's how it always, and biblically, that's what the problem is, Captain Tazariak. When she can lay down with a man, she can lay down with a man that's not her husband. And she does what she uses her body. Hold on. Her body is extremely powerful. She can use her body to get money, get validation, get support, have us fight on the panel, not you, UL, like this in situations. She make men fight for her. She can get a man to do anything she wants, but she doesn't stay with the guy. She just uses his resources, his time and energy. So no, UL, I'm not. I promise UL, no. In general, you are not supposed to give your body to no man unless he is your man. But y'all are using it for your own benefit, not you in general. Most women don't. I'm not talking about you, UL, but I am talking about you too. But I'm not because Captain Kazariak knows what I'm saying. If y'all practice, we have to build ourselves up. You can't blame us for giving you money, blame you for giving you D, and blame us for when we marry you and say we still picking wrong. At the end, hold on. Okay. And then you try to quantify and qualify what a leader is. That's what Fatty said when he said you should be quiet. We quantify what a leader is. If I can get you in the bedroom, I'm still leading you. I'm leading you somewhere, but y'all keep making it as if what type of man you want and what benefits your life. If he's not a leader and you slept with him, then you have to be a 304. That's most women. If you slept with a man,
but I agree with that, Ilkan. But what is getting past everybody? First of all, when you made it about me, I said both of us was whores. That's what I said. I never said one. Yes, we are.
No, because you were a whore at the time.
When you said that, yes, I was.
But you got wives because you're a whore.
Wait, let me finish.
Okay,
no, I didn't get wives because I'm a whore.
Yes, you did, Captain Cesar. Yes, you did, Captain.
Are you talking about before I became an Israelite or after?
No, Captain. This is what I'm saying.
I just need to understand so I can know what you're talking about.
I'm gonna tell you this. No matter what you were doing, you always evaluate. At that time, you could say you weren't a value man in the eyes of God, but you were a value man.
That's the only thing that I'm talking about.
I know.
Today.
Captain Cesar.
That's not what we're all talking about.
We're having a good faith conversation.
But if you're gonna conversate with me, I try to understand.
I know, and you know I respect that more than I'm one of the people that respect
right. But
that
if I start off by saying that we're both whores, black men and black women love to have sex with each other and throw each other away. That's a blanket statement. Now, that's the first thing that I said. I never said one was greater than the other. You made the point to say, no, black men can't be whores. And then I said, well, we whoremongers. We love hoes. Remember I said that. And you said that's in the Bible. How we got here was Fatty was the one saying he's not a leader. He's going to have sex. He has sex with anybody. Oh, excuse me, with a pretty woman. He does all of that. And then UL was saying, no, she wouldn't have sex. And then they had to back and forth. And then her lifestyle is opposite of Fatty's lifestyle. And so that's what we began to talk about.
Because it was
their lifestyle to be the same, and it's not.
Right, but Captain, it's because most men's first intention was not to throw away no women. They're whores.
I don't agree with that.
No, but that's how you feel personally and how you look at it.
That's not how I feel personally. In America today, in the black community, we are not raising men and women to value sex. We are not. We are raising men and women to devalue sex. That's how we're raising our. That's how we're raised up in a culture. Listen, when I was growing up, my daddy said, "Sow your oats before you get married." He didn't teach me that laying with these women were my wives before I got married. He didn't teach me that. I didn't learn that until I got older. That's the culture that we grew up. We was just talking about get a girl, get a girl. We grow up in the most sexually oversexed society in the community.
Right.
And so you take that people
and I can give you that.
Right. And so
I agree with you, but we practice we discipline, but we only we want to practice on how to control a man's man.
No, I don't. I want
you. No, Captain Zariak, not you. I know, Captain Zariak, I've been watching. You're neutral, right? You schooling men and women. We're talking about the world, right? But you're in the camp of Israelites. This is the world. We're in the world.
But the world need to know the truth too. Just because I'm in the world, I'm supposed to say what the world say.
No, that's not what I'm
supposed to say. What we should be doing.
Let me ask you a question.
Captain Zariak, because they don't have to listen to God, they listen to the man that's in power, right? The incentive.
So that's my voice.
But a lot of men still they want a woman. They want to love a woman.
And then you know what? A lot of men don't. Just like a lot of women don't know how to pick a man. A lot of men don't know how to pick a woman. We look at a woman for her beauty first. A woman looks at a man for his pocket first. And that's the worst way to look for a partner. So somebody like me come along and say, yeah, she might look good, but what is her value? What is her motherhood? What is her goals? What is her mental? How was her childhood? Same thing with with a woman. Yeah, he got money, but can he actually pay bills? Just having money don't mean you're responsible.
That's it. But Captain, Captain, that's his preference. That our preference is beauty. Her preference is security. But a man will go, hold on, Cap, hold on. But Captain, a man will go, you know what? She may not be the most beautiful woman in the world, but she's the most beautiful woman to me. We will settle with the woman and make her
beauty is subjective, right?
No,
I agree with that. Beauty is subjective.
But she's staying loyal to herself and the money. I want money, and even if I get money, I'm still loyal to me, Captain. The man will take the 5.
I'm not disagreeing with that point. The only thing that being disagreed on here is when I call men for things that they're doing, y'all putting brush back on it.
No, it's fine.
When I talk about what the women are doing wrong, the women ain't coming off mic and saying, Cap, don't say that. It's only when I say what the men are doing, the men are coming off mic and saying, Cap, don't say that.
Right. One second. I have a question. Captain, I'm having sex before getting married. UL is having sex before she getting married. What's the difference?
There is no difference.
Oh, so there's no difference.
No,
that's
there is
my
no
point.
difference.
So Cap, that's what I was saying, bro.
No, isn't that the point? Wait a minute. Let UL talk. So UL, well, 1 second. UL.
Hold on. We don't need UL talk. Let me respond to you first.
Okay, you got it.
If that scenario was the same, there is no difference. Yes. But today, May 22nd, 2025, UL is a single woman. You are not, because you actively say that you're having sex with women and throwing them away. She's saying she's not sleeping with another man until he's committed to her. Y'all are not the same today. Could you have been the same in the past? Yes, you were the same in the past. She corrected herself. You have not. When you correct yourself, then you'll be like her. Until then, you're not.
So let's test it. UL, you are saving yourself for marriage from now on, right? You never.
I'm saving myself for marriage. I have God's still working on me. That's what I would like to.
Wait, what? Can you repeat it again?
Hold on.
She's not saving herself
for marriage. We didn't hear you. Cut it off. 1 second. You cut it off. Can you say it again? You are saving yourself for marriage.
I didn't say that I'm saving myself for marriage because I'm going to be honest on this panel. But hold on. He's speaking. Before you making all the faces. No, I didn't say I'm saving myself for marriage. I'm working on that. God's working on that with me. Hopefully I'll get to the point where I'll never have sex with a man unless he's my husband till I get there. But I'm saying I will not have sex with a man unless we are committed to each other and each other only. That is a big difference.
That's a contradiction.
That is not a contradiction. No,
you cannot. UL, you know I love you too. Hold on. UL. You said you're not doing that currently, and then you turn around and say that's what you're doing currently.
No. Waiting till marriage and commitment are the same thing.
You said you're not looking for marriage. You can't say what you're looking for marriage.
Hey, can I add a wrinkle? Can I just add a wrinkle? Sex is the marriage.
So I'm married with 40 women.
Once again, and that's the problem. When she's saying when I hear her speak and she said she's waiting to be committed and she's talking about sex and being with a man, that is marriage.
Cam, she says she's not looking for it.
The piece of
I don't believe in that. I don't believe that.
Of course you don't, because you want to fuck hoes. The piece of paper. What y'all are saying is
hold on.
He's saying she's not married. This is what I'm saying. What y'all are saying is that you need the white man to validate your relationship.
No, that's not
Cam, don't do the white man.
Oh my God, Jesus
What
Christ.
is marriage to y'all?
Hold on. Wait.
UL, hold on. Don't move too fast. Fatty asked you, are you saving yourself for marriage? You said no.
Yes, I said I'm not. It's not.
But then you turn around and say what you. Then you turn right back around on what you say you're gonna do in marriage. That's a contradiction. You're not looking for marriage. You're not looking. UL.
You're not making no sense. No, just listen to what I'm telling you. Listen to what I'm telling you. I'm gonna say it again because please don't act like y'all confused. You're asking me if I'm gonna wait until I'm married to have sex, right? Ain't that the question?
Yes.
That was the question. That was for Captain, not for you.
Are you saving yourself?
Okay.
Ali, you muted yourself. But
look at Captain Cesario.
I don't think she saving yourself. I think Captain did. 1 second, please. I think she did. 1 second. I don't think she contradicted.
I don't think she contradicted herself.
I'm actually on your side. I don't think you contradict yourself. I think Captain got a cold water. He was a bucket of cold water because he was saying, Fatty, you are still fucking this woman. She is not doing the same. And as soon as
it's not the same.
Waiting for marriage,
no.
It is still not the same. You're not understanding.
You're not.
Go ahead. Well, finish your point.
When you talk about marriage to me, here's what you talk about with marriage to me, which is why Yoel is saying exactly what I'm saying. Marriage to me is you meet a woman or a man, depending on your gender. You court them. When you come to the point that you're going to be committed, you consummate with sex.
Yes.
The marriage certificate is irrelevant. So when y'all add the marriage concept and she says she's not getting married, meaning she's not getting a piece of paper, that piece of paper don't mean shit to me.
And you know what?
Hold on. No. Fatty. No. They said you were unqualified to speak. He did too, because you're not looking for marriage. You are not. You shouldn't have this conversation.
But she's looking for marriage from my lens.
Captain Cesare, she said she's not looking for marriage.
I didn't say I'm not looking for marriage.
ISO is not that. Hey, UL. No, one second. UL, do you see marriage like Captain does?
That's what I would like to speak on. But please, guys, give me a second though.
Yeah, but just say yes or no and then expand, please. Do you see marriage like Captain does?
I don't, because Captain Tazariak is a Hebrew Israelite. Give me a moment.
Thank you. That's the point.
But I'm gonna speak. I'm still gonna speak on the world, because he's speaking as I'm gonna speak on you two men who are from the world, right?
Yes.
He's not gonna talk like that. Okay, I want to get married. I'm not. Am I saying because I'm not saving myself for married that I don't want to get married? That's not what I'm saying. Akan, I don't know where you're coming from, because I said I'm not.
Hold on. Pause. So if Fatty, hold on. So that means we don't have to practice we can stay dogs until we're ready to have.
No, you cannot stay dogs.
No, if we're gonna keep it 100, but if we're gonna keep it 100, you will. No, if we're gonna keep it 100, you will. They can, based on what you're saying.
They cannot.
And here's why. And here's why they can, based on what you're saying. So you made it clear. I believe sex is marriage. That's my position. So now you made it clear that you disagree with me. Yes. So in a hypothetical scenario, you can get with a man, be committed to him, but because you're not married to him according to what you say, you could leave him. And in the event that you would leave him and get with another man, you would be no different than what Fatty and him is saying. The only difference between you and Fatty is that Fatty is just actively out there doing it now. You would be what I call like a disciplined. I don't want to say nothing bad about you, but you would be a disciplined potential whore at that point.
Yes,
right.
Okay.
You just have more discipline with your whoredom than they do. That's essentially.
By the way, Yoel, finish your point. I'm going to ask one question and then move along because the ladies are falling asleep. Okay. Let's go ahead. You can do your statement.
I'm honest. I'm honest.
I know.
One more question. Hey, Captain, thank you. It took you a while, but you speak.
You gotta hit the horn.
Once you disagree with my concept of marriage, then I had no problem answering.
But at the same time, you are still speaking, Captain Tazariak, on the lens of Hebrew Israelite.
Of the Bible of God. Right.
Okay. Men, you guys don't have the same views as Hebrew Israelite. Are you guys following his concepts?
No.
Okay, so hold on a second. Stop trying to now look at me as the whoredom, because I'm not following his concepts either.
Didn't call you a whore at all.
No. I'm just.
There was Captain. There was not us. Nobody in the conversation making it seem
the only
like
person that's looking at you like that is Captain, not us.
We understand what's going on here.
All they saying is, all they saying is that you're just like them. I'm the one that used the whore word.
I'm gonna say I'm not like you guys, because at the same, just listen to me. I'm gonna say I'm not like you because according to Fatty, if you having sex with any woman that you think is beautiful, first of all, whatever, and you just gonna come, that makes us completely different people. It doesn't matter if we're in the world or not in the world.
Y'all both don't have kids. Y'all both not married. Y'all both single. Y'all very similar. Outside the fact that
we're not similar when it comes to.
Hold on. He's a man, right? So there's different things that y'all would do than he would do. Okay.
Hold on. But he also said,
let it finish.
Thank you. You keep interrupting me. He also said he doesn't want a relationship. He don't want a woman. He don't want any of the things that I do. So what makes him the same as me? He wants to go fuck people and leave them. He wants to go have meaningless sex.
He tells the truth. Why you not? UL.
Let her finish.
Let me finish it. Ain't that what he's saying now? That's what he's saying. I don't get it.
Yes, go ahead.
He did say that. So what makes that man the same as me who's saying no? I'm actually gonna court somebody.
I can prove it.
I'm actually gonna
Let me prove it to you. Let me actually prove it.
Not the same at all. Let
me prove it. Let me prove it. You said that you left your ex-boyfriend and it was a mistake, right?
It's a big thing behind that. But
you said it was a mistake, meaning that you if you could go back on the past, if you were Trunks from the future, and if you had a time machine to go back to the past, you would still be with him, right?
That's such a hard situation for you to speak on. Me and him were a wonderful situation. There were other reasons why we couldn't remain together.
Why did you let?
What else?
Distance, where the person was, the situations that was going on in his life at the time.
Okay, that's perfect. We don't want to hear more.
Okay.
Why don't you go back to him?
We broke up, so why would I go back? That's the reason.
Because he's a good man. You are a good woman. You are grown. You understand the situation. You are not going to. No. Remember, you said, I am ready now. I'm looking for my husband and I'm trying to do this and I'm ready. And you are not, Fatty. I'm not. I admit it. You caught me. No justice, no peace. Okay? Don't shoot me.
Okay.
What about you? You are ready. If he's such a good man, why didn't you go back to him?
I just told you we left each other for specific reasons. Those reasons will not change if I go back to him today.
If it was a mistake, because you said it, why don't you go back to him?
I don't think you listened to my answer though.
So it wasn't a mistake.
I'm giving you an answer.
No. Hold
but
on.
I mean, if she don't want to divulge
is there some? Are you saying there's something he hasn't? Are you saying there's something he ain't changed about himself for you to be with him? Is he a good man?
Yes, he's a good man. But we have both come to an agreement based off of the circumstances that were going on in each other's lives that we could not be together.
That's fine. No, you hold on, slow down. Go slow. Hold on, go slow. Has he changed whatever it was that was the issue at that time that was a mistake? Is he a better person than he was in that time?
It's not about him being a better person.
No, I'm just asking you. I'm not. I'm asking you that. Is he a better man than he was back then?
Okay, you're asking me if he was a better man. It has nothing to do
with
a good man or a bad man.
So he was a good man then, and he's a good man now.
Using specific words on me, it has nothing to do with him being a good man or a bad man. He was a good man. We were both good, but the circumstances in our lives caused us to not able to be each other.
Would he take you back right now if you want to go back? Would he take you back right now?
He would. Yes, he would.
So why don't you go back to him if he's a good man?
So maybe y'all don't want my answer. Y'all don't want.
No. We are. Hey, wait 1 second. We listen. 1 second. Now I will say it for the crowd. We listen, but we don't judge. If this man was a good man, if this man still wants you back, if it was still a mistake, and you are not like me, because I'm and you are an angel that is going around looking for the a good man to marry. Why? 1 second, please. You can say pineapple if you don't want to answer. Why are you not back with that man if you are marriage minded and the man is a good man?
And hold on, don't answer yet. If y'all believed in all this healing, all this growth, all this becoming a better person, why not for the person that you loved? If that was the person you love, why couldn't he have grown? Why couldn't he have developed? Why do you have to keep meeting new people instead of hold on. Instead of
happened, which I'm not going to discuss on here, but the situation that has happened there's a reason why. It's not because of who he is.
It's some people you can't divulge.
Probably a situation that happened that we cannot. It was a mutual situation, and that's
he probably had a wife.
And that's okay.
Let's read the super chats. He probably had a wife. Let's read the super chats. At this point, this is what is funny, right? Y'all can say anything positive about your past. Oh, I don't have that amount of bodies. Oh, I went to this school. Oh, I drive this car. This is where I sing. I show all my dresses, my trips, the things that I eat. I followed you on Instagram. You are a very active person. You and beautiful. Hey, you like to show where you are and what you do and all of that. But as soon as I say, if you are marriage minded, why don't you go for the man that is a good man that loves you to the point where he wants you back? And you say, no comment, I can talk about it. So respectfully, people shouldn't listen from me. People shouldn't listen from me. But if you can tell people exactly where your flaws are and what you failed at, nobody should listen to you.
What do you mean I can't? That's what makes me different from you.
See, I mean, we're using all this time just so you can like clock her back.
No, you know what? You know what? Aqua is hey, Aqua is totally fine. This is what happened when you talk about my dirty dick. Thank you very much. I'm going to read the super chats. I am the villain.
Hold on.
That was your fault. That was not my fault.
You're not just gonna be able to stop it like that. I'm not here to point fingers at men, though.
You pointed to me.
Let me finish. No, I didn't.
So you are not a leader, and you are a hoe, and you are a fucking woman.
That's exactly what you did.
Hold on. I said that because when you have this show and you've talked about leaders multiple times, and you've talked about why women don't listen to men, and I just heard who you are, I'm gonna say, well, you're not a leader, so why are you coming at women? You're coming at women. I'm not coming at
them. Can I ask Captain a question real quick?
I'm not pointing fingers at men and trying to make them all look bad.
What's up, Diesel?
The leaders that you
let it finish.
Oh,
no, let it finish.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I don't want nobody. And once again, Angelica and Akua, once again, it's my fault that I make my tool the public of like the topic of discussion. Okay, I apologize. I will do better for next time. Go ahead, UL. Finish your point. This is a last question. Read the super chats and we'll go to the main event because we can stay here all night. Go ahead, UL.
Bottom line, both Fatty and Akan, you guys come on here. Your main questions are about leadership with men and women. Most of your questions are about that, or why women's not leader, why that. But when you spoke and just said your type of lifestyle you live, I'm gonna say, well, of course, women not gonna listen to you. So that's just the way I felt. I wasn't trying to point a finger at you and say you're a bad person, but it just didn't make no sense on how you speak on leadership all the time when that's the type of way you view relationships and women and everything. If that's how you view them, how do you think you would get a woman?
Allow me to just say something before this will go. UL, this is why I think you're actually confusing me, right? Who do I say that run relationships?
I don't know. Do you think women run relationships?
Yes. That's my main talking point since I got on this space. Women run relationships. They determine if that relationship is going to be 20 years or 1 year. They are the ones living. They are the ones choosing to reproduce. They are the ones choosing to get married at 30. They have a tremendous amount of control and power. They can be mayors. They can vote. Like, I don't want to take no rights out of women. I actually understand if women actually correct themselves, men will follow through because men do what women want them to do. So I don't know what you're talking about. Respectfully, right? He's talking about leadership and all that. I believe that most men are not actually adept to be leaders. Most of them need help. So again, this is you.
My apologies.
Guessing. No, respectfully, this is you guessing. No, 1 second, because I'll let you. This is you guessing. You heard me probably once talking about something, and you think that I'm on this booga. Men are the leaders, women are the followers. Respectfully, you are wrong. You are talking just because you felt like it, and I will repeat it again. If you can make a judgment out of somebody that you don't even know the talking points, you don't know what I'm doing here and all that, I find it interesting that you can identify a leader when you can't even identify a person that talk with you at this point for 12 hours and you don't even know what I think about things, right? So
I've heard you make comments on leadership and on men and
yes,
and according to those comments, it sounded like you always go toward, it's the woman, it's the leader. If you're telling me right now that that's what you believe, forgive me, because I would never expect you to think that you're a leader as a man. I would have never came at you. Maybe I'm thinking about Ali because I hear both of y'all talking all the time. So forgive me if you don't feel like men are lead. Then I understand completely why you live that lifestyle. It makes sense.
So this is Ali's fault. Okay, glad you said that out loud. It's Ali's fault.
I'm just saying.
That's what all you guys are talking about, leadership and blah blah blah. Hey, I was going to ask
why you live that lifestyle.
I was going to ask if your last boyfriend was a leader, but I'm going to leave you alone. Diesel,
I'll make a comment so we can move on.
Yes.
So the problem with women trying to decide if men are leaders is you think out of you don't think logically, right? So most of the men in this world that are leaders have multiple women. That's what most of them do. If a woman becomes in a leadership position, there was no way anybody would find out she had multiple men. No way. It just does. It does not. It's not the same for men and women. Men can have multiple women as a leader, and they will still be looked at as a leader.
Right.
And a woman that has multiple men will be looked at as a whore, and she will not be leading anybody. Period.
Right.
The body
So the fact that you're looking at Fatty because he has multiple women as he can't be a leader is just false.
No,
it's just
it's
a
not
false
just
narrative.
false, people, because okay, Captain Tazarian, you have multiple women, right?
Right.
But what are your values? What are you teaching her? Where are you leading this woman to?
So my ground is the Bible spiritually. So we have to believe in the Most High. You have to be an excellent mother. We have to be able to build together. We have to have a relationship together. You have to support what I do. I have to support what she does. I have to build her up. For example, the successful build company that I've had since 2019 was started by my woman. My wife came up with the idea. I ran with it. We built it together. So that's what you build. We build a foundation that you don't just run at the first sign of financial issues, emotional issues, unstable issues. Now, a lot of that is grounded before we ever have sex. Like that has to be understood. A lot of times, I don't think we know how to have relationships, men and women. I like to have an argument before we ever even get into intimate because I need to try to bring out the real person. I need her to bring out the real me because, you know, when you first meet somebody, you're going to be all cool. Everything is cordial. Everything is nice. I want to see the arguing woman. I want her to see the argument man because I could be an asshole. So those are all the things that I lay down. If she has kids or if I have kids, you want to introduce that dynamic, how that's going to work, because that could be an uneasy thing. So those are all the things that I lay down.
Okay. And just one more question before we continue, one quick.
Mm-hmm.
If you meet a beautiful woman every 2 months, would you just have sex with her meaningless and then keep it moving?
No.
What do you consider that in your mindset? What do you consider a man who's just having these one night stands or whatever type of relationships with multiple women? What do you consider that in the Hebrew?
I consider him the problem in the Black community. He's a whore, just like the woman that's believing him is a whore. Just like she's
but that's not the point that I'm making. So that
I was making that.
Hold on. But this is what I'm saying. Like in my position,
asking me questions or
hold on, but hold on.
How many baby mamas do I have and how many broken families?
Why y'all getting y'all feelings about her asking me about?
I'm not. Hold on.
He was finished.
But it's going away from what I was saying though. That's what I'm saying. So let me just make this. Hold on, Cap. Let me just make this.
Interrupted you though.
Let me just make this comment.
I just
in my position, right? I am looked at as a leader, right? In my position. Everybody that I work with, they look at me as a whore because so many women are coming up asking about me, wanting to find out about me. I don't even have to smash. Just the fact that so many people inquire about me, they just think I'm a whore. A woman cannot do that. That is the point that I'm making. And all I said was, you're making a comment about Fatty because he just smashes a woman and leaves her or whatever as him not being a leader is incorrect. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, I just
hold on. Nobody's asking no more. No, hold on. I'm gonna ask these questions.
Y'all get under your feelings a lot.
No. Hey, I'm gonna ask the ladies first. Okay, if a woman has to give a man money to have sex, and then there's a woman who doesn't, who's more valuable to the man?
I'm not.
No, okay. Please answer the question. Please come on.
Ask the other ladies because
I'm asking the ladies. If a woman, okay, I'm asking y'all again. If a woman has to give a man money to have sex, and there's a woman who doesn't, who's more valuable to the man?
Y'all get the question?
Yes.
I don't think I'm. You said
I don't think I get the question, but you're saying if a woman has
man, in order for the man to be willing to have sex with her, who has more value? The person who doesn't have to offer finances?
No, listen again. If a woman has to give a man money, like you have to pay him in order for him to have sex, and there's a woman who doesn't have to pay, who's more valuable?
The woman who doesn't have to pay.
The woman who doesn't have to pay.
Are y'all listen what you're saying?
I'm confused.
Okay, let's do it another way. I don't see how you can. That's
because
crazy.
She has to give her resources to receive him. That's what you're saying, right?
No. I'm giving you money, right? I have to pay. I'm paying you.
And that's the point. You flip it, Ali. It's the man.
You said it wrong, Ali. You said it wrong, Ali.
You said it wrong.
Yeah, you said it wrong.
That's fine. I could say no. I really didn't because I.
No, you said the woman is paying the man.
Yeah, that's what you said.
Yes,
You
I'm
said
sorry.
the woman
Nobody's paying the
That's
man.
why
He said,
then I did.
Yeah.
Okay, I was too deep into it. I'm sorry. I was in too deep.
That's what she said.
Like Mike, not Mike Epps. With my what my
Omar.
man name? Omar.
Omar.
Omar Epps. If a man is paying for the vagina versus a woman he doesn't pay for vagina, who's more valuable to him?
I'm going to say the one he's paying because when men invest
to him. Sorry, Angelica, go ahead.
What you said again, Angelica? Who's more valuable to him?
I'm going to say the woman who he's paying because he
hold
can't
on,
give her unless he
how
pays
about you?
her.
How about you? UL.
Well, she just made a nice point.
How about you?
But well, you know, okay, yeah, I guess she's actually right about that because if you given her money, ain't you gonna feel like you're tied to something more?
Right.
So
How about you? How about you, Akul? Who's more valuable?
I mean, I think it will probably depend on the type of man.
No. I didn't ask you the type of man. I'm asking you if a man is paying a woman, same man, versus a man he ain't paying her. Who's more valuable to him?
I would assume ethically the one he's not having to pay. But
I
mean, that's probably.
And this is why you make.
I can't think.
No, you're not telling the truth. If I want to have sex with you, but I have to pay you. There's a woman I don't have to pay. Who's more valuable to me?
I mean, in theory, whatever you are willing to pay for is because you value it. You're buying it. You buy it, but value. But
that's fine.
We'll value. So I mean, at the same time, so hold on. So this.
Let me finish. No, because I don't want to take away from my point. Because women confuse themselves.
I'm not confused, so that's why I want to elaborate. I want to elaborate because I'm not confused.
This is why you don't ask questions. You better learn your
if
lesson.
A husband,
you better learn
I'm
today.
saying as a married woman, right? As a married woman, my husband doesn't have to pay me to have sex. If he stepped out, hold on a second.
No, of course, you're changing it. No,
if he's stepping outside the marriage,
we cannot hold on.
This woman,
if a man
he's
is
valuing her more,
he's paying you. He's giving you resources to have sex with him.
If we're not doing 50-50, you mean?
No, he's just paying you.
So we're not. So hold on. Ali. I think the problem is. I think the problem is they're going on transactional, right?
Make the points and ask questions. You are.
That's okay. I'm not even.
Yeah, the question.
I'm gonna tell you this. It would tell the woman whoever gets the resources is the most valuable to men, and that's what typically is. When a man goes in his pocket to reach in his pocket to spend for a woman and give him his resources, she's more valuable to him. Who do you think is most valuable to a woman if a man has to marry you to get sex from you versus a man who didn't have to marry you at all? Who would it tell men in society that's the most valuable? The man who has to marry you to get sex, or the man who doesn't have to marry you to get sex?
Is the man that got it for free.
And that's the leader.
That's the man that got it for free.
He would think he's the leader and he doesn't have to wife anybody up because he can lead any woman without having to without having to pay anything, without having to support her. He can get all the women without having to do anything. So until women stop rewarding the guy they wouldn't marry or be with and you give him your body, you can't blame the man for thinking he's the leader when you're rewarding the man who's not leaders.
So hold on, I have a question.
So the man who pays for sex, that's the leader?
That's the problem with the question.
Hey, you guys can ask questions, but don't say that you have to leave afterwards. I'm just saying, because we have to go to the main event. Make statements, please. Don't make questions. No questions.
There's a hoe and a wife in the same payment. If a man is paying, you may be a hoe. If a man's paying, you may be a wife. It's a thin line between it.
So there's a difference, though, Ali. Let me make this statement real quick. Hold on, let me make this statement. Ali is referring to provisions, right? He's not just saying just money. Like you're going and finding somebody on the street and you're paying for a whore. Yeah, it's the word. The wording is a little bit off. So what he's saying is a man that gives a woman provisions is way more valuable to him than the woman he doesn't give any provisions to have sex with, right? That's what he's saying.
And on the opposite side, if you are fucking a man just because you like him on the strength of I like you, but you are telling the man that he has to marry for you to have sex with him, you actually like the guy that did not pay nothing than the guy that you actually married, because woman will make the rules for the guys that they don't like and they'll break the rules for the guys that they like. So
I mean, with all due respect, I just really want to know, just guys, like no thing. What do you guys say, or what do you guys feel about women who say, I'm not going to have sex with you until marriage?
Are you a virgin? If the answer is no, you are playing me. You are just leveraging sex to get what you want. If you are a virgin, you have all the right. If you have an ex-husband, you have one body, you have all the right. I'm divorced. I only sleep with my husband. It's fine. As soon as you say, I had 3 boyfriends and 2 guys that I fucked, whatever, and now I'm saving myself for marriage, you are just using the pussy to get the relationship, which is manipulation. You shouldn't get in a relationship at all. I would wait for you.
You couldn't have learned a lesson?
Did you
It's
guys
horrible
hear-
rationale.
did you guys hear-
It's horrible rationale that y'all keep using. It's like me tricking off and I have to buy every woman, and all of a sudden, you know what? I'm not using
I
my
don't
resources
spend no money
anymore.
on you.
I don't
Yes.
spend no money. I'm a great guy now because I don't spend resources. Now, because a woman is abstinent and celibate, I'm a great woman and I'm a reborn again Christian, and I'm now my value has went up. It
Give
don't work
me
like that.
one moment. Give me one. So I want you guys to hear what y'all just said, right? Okay, cool. I'm gonna get personal now. Just 2 seconds ago, when I said no, I'm not wait until marriage. Y'all done looked at me a little crazy. I'm just saying, both y'all eyes looked at me like I was psychopathic. So, because I said I'm waiting for commitment, then there's no difference of a person waiting for commitment or to have sex, or waiting to get married to have sex, or just fucking willing.
Okay, so watch this. What's great? No. Hold on, Diesel. Hey, UL, what's great about you? Why should a man marry you?
Hold on, no.
No. You did this to yourself.
That's not what I'm saying.
It's actually not necessary because you know
you keep doing it.
That's not.
It's not necessary. This is what is going to happen, right? No matter what you do from now on, you are going to get your way because you are pretty. So there's going to be either a sucker that is going to be willing to wait and marry you without testing the car, or it's going to be a guy that you really like so much that you're going to give it away because you like him that much. One second, Yuel. We are not Hebrew Israelites. We don't have the point of view that if you have 5 bodies, you are a hoe or something. Like, we understand the world that we live in right now. Most women at 30 will have a few bodies, a few boyfriends, and all that shit. What we're saying is that you are marriage-minded. I am not. And we still driving the same boat. We are on the same boat, going to the same place. And you know what's the difference between? And you know the difference between. One second, Yuel. And you know the difference between you and why actually I'm a better position than you.
Okay.
Mother Nature gave you your gifts, right? Father Time will take them. I don't have that shit. I have all the time in the world. I have 15 years, 25 years to turn my life around, find Jesus, find whatever, put 3 kids on this world, and go about my way. You don't. So
you don't know when your life gonna end, Fatty.
That's not the point. You
That's
don't know
not.
when
That's not the point.
You are listening to respond. You are listening to respond.
Okay.
I might die tomorrow,
Okay.
but the answer is because I'm a man. Father Time is gentle to me. I can have kids at 36, 37, 38, 41, 45, 50. I can at any point just turn my life and now I have $1 million on my bank account because crypto is booming and YouTube is popping and all that shit. I'm a tall man. I can at 50 go to the gym, put some steroids in my motherfucking ass and become the Rock Johnson and still get all the things that I want. Woman don't. Your time is actually finite. So you are literally running against the clock because either you have your life figured out in 5 years or you are going to have problems. So
hey, I just want to make a statement because I know you said we're moving to the next topic, right? As I'm listening to the conversation, I think we have a major problem with relationships, the men and the women's side. Because when I said on this panel, I'm not having sex with a woman unless she's going to be my wife, nobody said nothing. But when the sister asked the question, it's a hustle. That's sexist in itself. What I also want to point out is these women, when they talk to y'all don't let them finish. Not one point do you let them finish. Y'all interrupt and become emotional. It becomes borderline effeminate. Like if we're going to have the conversation and y'all grilling the sisters, you got to let them answer. Now, people are going to say, Cap, you capping for women. I'm not. It's even. If they was interrupting y'all, I would say the same exact thing. And that's all I've seen displayed on this panel. UL has sat here and gotten grilled for hours, and every time she goes to talk, y'all cut her off in the middle of it. You don't let her finish, and then you think you got a point. And I don't even agree with UL all the way. I don't agree with everybody all the way. But we got to call it down the middle. If we're going to have conversations, you got to let one person talk, let the other person get their thought out. But what I've consistently seen is that the sisters get cut off. They don't get a chance to get finished. And then when they be quiet, it's like you won, But really, who wants to get beat down like that? But from the
Yeah,
sex conversation, we are disgusting as a people based on this conversation. We
it's
are.
more that you.
I'm not.
It's more that you.
We are
No, it's more that you
absolutely
caping for a woman, Captain. It's more that you caping for a woman.
we are absolutely disgusting as a people when it comes to sex and relationships. And what I also want to point out is that Fatty and Ali have used prostitution as examples of good women and bad women. And Diesel came in and kind of cleaned it up for Ali.
No,
the example that Ali used about buying.
That wasn't what he was trying to say. That's not what he was trying to say.
Diesel came in.
Come on, Cap. Come on, Cap.
Diesel came in.
We didn't say that.
Now y'all gonna interrupt me.
No,
When y'all want to respond, I ain't gonna say nothing.
No, Captain, he didn't say that. 1 second, please. Hey, Captain, Ali, you don't have to defend yourself. Captain,
absolutely rest. I can't even hear y'all because y'all
buy
talking
woman
over me
and
while I'm
Diesel.
talking. Y'all talking over me while I'm talking. I can't
Go
even hear
ahead,
y'all.
you have the floor and interrupted. Go ahead, Captain, you got this.
Thank you, because I don't need the spotlight. Don't do that. I'm a man.
That's crazy.
I don't want that. I'm a man. Thank you. I appreciate it. When you give an example, when you gave that example of buying a woman, even when you said it wrong and the sisters answered it wrong based on your wrong question, that's how you knew it was about buying. And then Diesel came in and cleaned it up for you.
It wasn't
so
about
what we have to do is realize that as a people, sexually and in relationships, we have no clue whatsoever. When it comes to a leadership, a woman can't pick a leader because most of our women ain't had a father in the house to know what a damn leader is. A man has to take the responsibility of what a leader is, regardless of what a woman's standards is, because the woman's standards today are trash. So a man has to reinvent himself according to what men say, not according to what society say. Even when y'all talked about you going to an Instagram and talk about because she got 35,000 followers, as if social media regulates what relationships are. When the NPC is what Fatty displayed that he was. What's the NPC? Non-player, whatever that acronym is. Because
I am the main character, sir.
Right.
I'm the main
That
character.
shouldn't be the litmus test for
This
relationships.
is my world. This is my story. And respectfully,
Hey, y'all got it, man. You got it, because y'all need to talk.
Captain, you are wrong. No, Captain, because you are saying things that are wrong. He said buying woman meaning have to provide for them. Diesel correct him, and I correct him too. UL was here. We said he was not buying on the prostitute way. He was, I have to come to you with provision. I have to say, hey, I'm going to come out of my pocket. And Angelica and Aqua agreed, is not mine, is if I have this woman and I have not spending no resources, and I have this woman, I'm spending resources with her, I'm going to like her and value her more than the woman that I'm getting for free. Because if I'm spending with her, it's probably that I like her. Why are you saying prostitution? That's crazy. You are not listening. You are capping for woman.
The way, no.
Hold on. Hold on. Hey, Captain,
wait. Listen to what Akua said.
Hold on, y'all. Hold on.
What are we talking about? No. Any woman on this conversation. Hey, Ali. Any woman on this conversation. What are we talking about? Prostitutes or woman that you have to spend?
Is it because I'm not paid to be on the show that I'm not being valued when I need to speak?
No, that's not. You are going to make it about yourself.
No, you started.
No, I'm saying. I mean,
hey, 1 second. Anybody? 1 second. Anybody was paid to be here?
Nobody was paid to be here.
So
but
why are you making it about yourself? Well, was paid to be here too.
No.
Every time she came to talk.
So what I'm saying is that I can never speak. I was invited to be here, and I can't even speak. I can't get my full
So go ahead.
But even right now,
why did you tell me?
Let me tell you this. I did not invest or offer my time separate from being a wife and a mother. Things, to hear people argue.
We are not going to have a conversation about the conversation. Okay, so you know what? It's fine. We are going to move along. You know what?
I'm going to move along.
1 second.
Respectfully, I'm going to move along.
Now, 1 second. At some point of time, I literally said, we are going to move on to the next conversation. I said it. I literally said it. It was 30 minutes ago. And I'm sorry, Angelica, and I'm sorry, Aqua, because y'all are they're falling asleep. I said this 1 hour ago. If people want to keep going and going and going and going and going and going and going, it's responsibility of the panel. It's respectful because I said, let's move on. But one thing that I'm not going to allow is that the men are going to say one thing and then Captain comes in and mischaracterizes the whole conversation, and then Yuel is like, yeah, because that were no. We were very explicit with what we said, and just because he's agree with you and he's being Captain Save well, that doesn't mean that he's actually right, because nothing that he said was actually factual. How are we talking about prostitutes? Prostitutes are to be treated like hoes. You don't value prostitutes. So why would I compare a woman that I'm paying to leave with a woman that I'm paying to stay?
And what was she going to say? She was going to say something about that. Akua, you were going to say
no,
something.
don't ask her nothing. She wants to move on.
She don't want to move on.
She wants to move on.
The thing is, there's some triggering that's going on, and so it's like trying to wrap it up with a.
Do you want to talk about prostitutes, Akua?
I don't.
So let's move on.
I was invited to come and talk about the statue that's in Times Square.
Perfect.
And the thing is, just like last time, we never got to what the main thing is.
It's perfect. I heard it, and we're going to move along. I actually heard it, right? I follow instructions. I'm not a good leader, but I'm a good follower. JB reacts. Thank you very much for becoming an untouchable. He's trying to find a 17 wife. I don't know if Yuel is on the type of lifestyle, but you might be next.
Feelings, baby. You got in your feelings a little bit.
One untouchable membership.
Untouchable Empire, baby. The whole live stream.
What happened?
I say you've been in your feelings damn near the whole live stream. You
admitted
it.
Hey, Captain.
Earlier you admitted it.
No, Captain.
You can tell. Anybody watching this live stream can tell.
No, Captain, you don't know me. Captain, 1 second. You don't know me. Captain, on the beginning of the conversation.
Knowing somebody and knowing what they're doing in the live stream is very easy to observe. I've been doing this for a long time.
Hey, Captain.
But we can move forward, man.
I'm going to, Captain, I'm going to say this.
Look, you can't, you have to because you're emotional. We can just move forward.
No, that's not the point. I'm not emotional. I'm saying this. On the beginning of the conversation, I gave you the biggest compliment. I said, I don't agree with your message at all, but at least you are honest. That's what I said to you. I don't care if you say racist shit. I don't care. At least you are honest. You are not from these people that do the dog whistles and talk about white people. You say what you say and you mean what you say. And everybody that was here before the show actually saw me give you the compliment. You are being dishonest now. So if you are dishonest, it's my job to actually put a foot down. I'm not going to let you get away with lies the same way I'll let even Ali, Diesel, Yuel, me, myself. We don't hang around with people that lie on us. So please don't lie on us and I will leave you alone. But you did definitely lie on us and what you said.
He didn't lie though.
Respectfully.
The replay of the show, I did not lie.
The way that Ikan said.
No, you can't say the way I did. No, because we cleared it up twice.
We can go forward, man, because I didn't just talk about what Ali said about the prostitutes. I talked about the whole conversation.
Review it.
Highlighting that one point, but we can move forward.
Ali will review it tomorrow.
Untouchable Empire, baby.
Emotional.
You are right. Doris, thank you very much for the membership. I appreciate you. Red Lipstick Vibe. Captain, you are simping tonight. Thank you very much.
The question. If you're going to read it right. Captain, are you? It didn't say Captain, you are. It said Captain, are you?
Okay, thank you very much for the correction, Captain.
Oh, anytime.
Hold on, Fatty, hold on. Captain, what's going on, Captain?
You read it wrong.
All I said was he read it wrong.
Captain, hold on, Captain. I'm gonna tell you this: when you pushing leaders, there's a great amount of men that follow you and back you, and will go to the pits of hell with you too.
Right?
You watching the sisters, and I don't know why UL usually doesn't do that either. When there's time when sisters start doing this, they're literally putting us against each other. And you know me every single day when you see me.
What are you talking about?
No. Let me finish. I don't come up here and lie to people. Nobody knows me as being a liar. Nobody knows me to be disingenuous either. If I'm wrong, I'll say I'm wrong. No. If you said something and we misheard it and then you cleared it up, I'm not going to keep telling the people you said something different. I said Captain Tazariak meant this. It just came out wrong. And Diesel said it, and you said it as well too. Now you're trying to say I'm still talking about prostitutes. I would own that and say I was talking about prostitutes. Why?
I didn't say nothing about that. Once Fatty said that y'all didn't say that, I didn't say nothing about it.
Why would you in bad faith say that's what I'm trying to say? But I would never mischaracterize what you're saying, even if it didn't come out the right way. I wouldn't mischaracterize.
No problem. If I misheard you, that's fine. I don't have a problem taking it away. I didn't say anything about that after you said I got you wrong. That's fine. If you say I got you wrong about that, that's fine. But what I did point out is that's not the only thing that I talked about. That's just the only thing y'all highlighted.
No, that's why but that's the main thing that you said. You said Ali was talking about prostitution. Why else would we talk about anything else? That wasn't
before I got to talk about you with the prostitution. I talked about what Fatty has said about being a leader, not being a leader, sleeping with pretty women, having sex with hoes, thinking that because she got 35,000 followers, she should be in a relationship, as if social media should guarantee whether you should be in a relationship. I talked about a plethora of things, including what you said about prostitution. Now, you say I got that wrong. I'm fine with getting that one piece of my conversation wrong. If I got it wrong, so be it. But don't make it seem like every other thing that I said was wrong based on that.
No, I didn't, Captain. I didn't talk about all
I'm not
those
talking about you. Fatty said I was wrong in what I said.
Yes. And
Can we move on now?
Listen.
Y'all keep bringing it back up.
No, it's fine. It's fine. And once again, my mistake actually was
about
honest.
to say it again. You about to talk about
No,
it
I'm
again.
reading the super chat. I'm saying my mistake was honest because there's no no question mark. So I apologize for actually
No, the way
reading.
you said it was incorrect.
Yeah. So I apologize
No
for
problem.
reading it wrong. My bad. See, I'm taking
When
accountability.
you rewind this tomorrow, you're gonna see when you watch this over tomorrow.
Oh, you're going to be clipped. Absolutely.
See that I brought up prostitution before he did, because when you were saying your comment, I said, "Oh, like a prostitute." You're gonna watch that and see that tomorrow. You said, but before, let me continue. What you said sounded like prostitution. We're not trying to. I'm not trying to turn anybody against anyone. I'm not that type of woman.
We're having a conversation about the conversation, right?
Yes.
So
I'm not here.
Can we be done?
Yeah, can we read the super chat?
Let's just move on.
And you know what's funny,
It's fine.
Diesel, remember when I was screaming, Ali, don't ask questions, make statements. Don't ask questions, make statements. When you're talking with people in bad faith, this is what you're going to get. You're going to say something. They're going to pick one part that can either mischaracterize or be taken out of band, and they're going to run with it. This is why I don't like when Ali asks questions to people that having conversation in bad faith, because you're not going to get the question that you want. They're going to focus on whatever they want to focus. L. Nixon in the building. Nah. At a young age, more men were encouraging hypersexual behavior, trying to make sure young boys were exhibiting manly behavior. It was out in the open. Once again, I apologize for the ladies for being froze out. You are totally right. We should do better, and we will do better. Shout out to my boy Carl Anderson for the 10 untouchable memberships. Thank you very much, Carl. I
believe that there's multiple so-called black leaders who believe that they are untouchable.
The untouchable empire, baby.
Thank you very much, Carl. I appreciate you. We need 11 members, friends. 11 members. Something to think about. L. Nixon, $10 says, we tell man like Shannon Sharp, there's no dick discipline, and then he has the discipline to overcome the odds, make a name for himself, all to jeopardize it because his discipline doesn't cover sex. Thank you very much, sir. Nixon comes back again and says, ugly girls, y'all listening, you can't get any one of us because we can't say no. Get everything because dick is free and we giving it away. Absolutely fact. only big booty kisses, okay? We don't fuck with the flatbacks over here. Young J, $5. Yes, those are called concubines biblically. Stop playing dumb cat. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. We have Nixon says, y'all Negroes have a better chance at becoming a millionaire than say no to sex from the wrong woman. Hey, Nixon, crypto is booming again, brother. My portfolio looking pretty nice. Peace easy, $50. Twill Canali. What up? Captain Taz promoting the virtues of dick discipline when he has multiple wives is a masterful way to play the panel game. I love it. Appreciate you, sir. Thank you very much for your hard-earned money. Thank you very much. We have J.O. in the building saying that has nothing to do with being a leader. Thank you very much. PCZ comes back again and says, hit the damn like button. Yeah, there's 300 people watching in all platforms. Please hit the like button. The likes are for free. We got Mr. Fatty with the 100 ball for Mr. Il Canali because this man got 3,000 subscribers today. Congratulations, brother. The best is yet to come. Thank you very much, sir. Do you want to do a quick speech?
Nah, I love all y'all. We gonna bump the road sometimes. Everybody got a little emotional, but we still love the people, man. Everybody still still my sister, Captain Cesaria. You still one of my favorite people. Even though we got a little emotional, I still love y'all.
Not at all.
Hey, Captain is cool, calm, and collected. Let Captain leave
Always.
leave him alone. And by the way, friends,
I still invited to cook out.
Yeah, it's in Fayetteville, North Carolina, man. Come on through, man.
Hey, not me, because I'm an
That's why I graduated from Fayetteville State, man.
Okay. You an African, Fatty?
I'm in Charlotte, boy.
I'm first generation European. I'm Cape Verdean.
Oh, we got a school in Europe. We got a school in the UK.
Damn, and I can join. That's crazy.
Oh, you can go. I'm telling you to go. We'll check you out.
Captain, I'm not going to your cookout, but you're going to our cookout. We're going to do an untouchable meeting, and you are going to be there. Captain.
Yeah, I'll come there. These, if you in Charlotte, man, come through Fayetteville. I don't know if you follow me out on the gram, but I'll send you the flyer for it so you got the information. We're gonna be out there July.
Yeah, I'll take out some warrants on you. Come and get you. That's fine.
Yeah, I ain't got no warrants, nigga. Why it gotta be a criminal? Why a black man gotta be a criminal, man?
Man, that's crazy. Anyway, shout out to you, Captain.
Crazy, man. I gotta be a criminal now.
That's crazy.
Yeah, you
by the way, friends,
spirit, boy, you got a white man spirit right there.
That's crazy. And by the way, friends, if this continues like this, I think we're going to celebrate 8,000 subscribers in like 3 days. I'm telling you, it's catching fire. It's catching fire over here. So shout out to y'all for all the support. Formidable BJ is in the building with the $10. Says great show. Thank you very much. We appreciate you. Thank you very much. We're almost there. PCZ saying, hey, yo, our bounty's on. I'm asking for a friend. Absolutely not. I know what y'all want to do with the bounties. Nobody getting kicked off the show. Okay, these are our guests. They took time to be here. So
yeah, I got about 30 minutes. Can we get to this main?
Yeah, 30 minutes. 30 minutes. We out. 30 minutes and we out. That's exactly what it's going to be. HQ, $2. Statue is amazing. I love it. Haters keep hating. Shut up, HQ. HQ reacts once again. Says so. We back to the Deacon Pussy Convo. Jeez. Yeah. We have Nino Nation, my brother. We're going to send people to Nino Nation after the show. Yeah, after the show. Oh, Ilkan Ali is back on the PIF Thursdays. So you know where to find Mr. Ilkan Ali in 30 minutes to 1 hour. I want all the untouchables to go there and to make sure that we show who we are. We are not little boys anymore. We are in the big leagues now. So I want everybody to get the spade emoji and make sure we're going to show those people exactly who you are, okay? Don't forget about it. That's where we came from. And Mr. Ilkan Ali is going to make sure he gives them a show. So 30 minutes, we're going to be there. We have Nino Nation too after the show. He's going to have a show. So make sure you support the two brothers. Thank you very much, Nino. I appreciate you. And finally, Mr. Lou the Legend with 10 untouchable membership. Shout out to you, Lou the Legend.
So, you think you're untouchable?
Okay, 30 minutes. We're good to go. Shout out to Red Lipstick Vibes for the 5 membership, for the $5. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. Salute to my boy Stan, Audrey, Respect Fam, $5. And Derek Woodland sent $5. Says, thank you for the birthday shout out, Team Untouchables. I appreciate you, brother. Happy birthday. We need $75 to get the goals today. So please feel the hamburger fund so I can keep my beautiful shape around.
I would like to buy the burger. I would like to buy a hamburger. 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 The burger.
Who needs money for ice cream? Boo want ice cream, but Boo needs money for ice cream, so Boo want money.
And thank you to Pulsar Echo for the $2. Actually, for the 2 euros. Thank you very much. Friends, let's go to the main. Let's go. Oh my God. We spent too much energy. We fought too much. Main event. 5 questions. We have 30 minutes. If we stop, we stop. It is what it is. Friends, first question, rolling in the bottom. Okay. Would a man want to marry the woman this statue symbolize? Would a man, and because is a black man, probably because of a black woman, would a man want to marry the woman the statue symbolizes? Let's get the fellas first. Diesel, Cap, and Ali, and then the ladies go afterwards. Go ahead, Diesel.
As far as the statue goes, I don't think so. I don't think a man would want to marry that. I mean, she's standing up like she's the leader, like she's dominating. I don't know if a man would want a woman that just wants to be in that light. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think so.
Cap.
Oh, I didn't want to go second. If that's okay.
Oh, Ali. You want to go after Ali or after the ladies?
Yeah,
Okay.
after Ali.
Go ahead.
No, I think it's extremely problematic when we're promoting that ideal representation of a woman, especially when it comes to the children or the men. So the statue should represent a woman who's taking care of her mind, taking care of her physicality, taking care of her appearance, and it should be something that's presented to society to where a man should be with a certain type of woman that represents the ideal perspective of what the black woman is. And it should be in our community, especially if we're professing for great men and great leaders. That statue should be the representation of what great is. So if you really pay attention and look at the statue, a lot of times it represents what's been destructive to our society. And I'm not taking away from what this nation has done to our people to break our people as well too. But when you're looking at the statue and you're saying we're promoting a woman who's not taking care of herself, she's not taking care of the way she's dressing and being the representation of a woman should be, I think it's extremely problematic to society, to our men, to our women, and to our children. So no, that is not the ideal woman for our brothers.
I'm a little indifferent. First of all, I think it's just a statue. And I think when we letting a statue dictate the type of woman that we should marry, I mean, we got to really analyze our psychoanalysis. The same way we was talking about Instagram earlier, that's that NPC type of talk. And if we're going to go by the way that she looks, I seen Toni Braxton take her son to a graduation. She don't look like that statue. She looks the opposite of that statue. And she went to her son's graduation with lace and panties on, but she don't look like the statue. So the look of a woman does not dictate the personality of a woman, doesn't dictate her values, doesn't dictate her motherhood, doesn't dictate anything. I thank the Lord that was not a flat-haired, skinny, scantily clad dressed black woman. I'm thankful that it's a normal looking woman, because half the men marry a normal looking woman. And what it should teach us is that we shouldn't let society say whether you're fat, whether you're skinny, whether you're big, whether you're tall, that makes you a good woman. But this does expose how easily black people are controlled. That statue represents the control that people have over us, where they're going insane over a statue instead of it just being a statue of a woman. That's it.
Can I ask you a question? So statues represent usually what that person or that dynamic is, right?
No,
they don't.
Not to me. The statue of Jesus Christ is not him, but it does represent
everything. Goes back to the Bible.
No, I'm just using we talk about statue. You said a statue represents what it does, so I'm using an example of a statue.
Not what it does, of the dynamic of that person is. Like you see statue of Martin Luther King, you see a statue of
I've seen a statue of Martin Luther King in Boston that looked like he eating box. You ever see the statue of Martin Luther King in Boston? His face like this, like his face is eating vagina.
Damn.
No, I'm talking about just like how he's standing, right? He's standing as if he's a leader.
Which statue? Right. The statue in Boston, he not standing. The statue in Boston is like some elbow. Oh yeah, that's what I thought about.
Okay, all right. So usually statues are supposed to represent the person as for who they are, right? I think the statue is representing the black woman as a leader, and that's what I don't like about it, right? So I don't think that.
What about it makes you think it's presenting her like a leader?
Because she's standing there with her.
You're talking about you kind of
That look at that right there. You telling me he looked like he is full out eating box?
Martin Luther King? What the fuck are we talking about?
That's a statue of Martin Luther King right there.
There's no way that's a statue of Martin Luther King, bro.
Google it, man. That is a statue of Martin Luther King, man. New memorial to MLK Jr. and Coretta Scott.
What the fuck?
That's actually crazy. I was like, this man.
Okay, I take back my question. I take back my question. I take back my question. God man.
Yeah, that statue is a little bit too
What
much.
the hell?
But what I do want to just say something, being that you made a statement about a leader. I've never heard you're the first person I heard that said that statue looked like a leader. Most I've heard is like, they said it's a dark-skinned woman, which is weird, but they make it seem like she has an attitude. Like that's what I've heard most about the statue.
I think that's but that's what I'm saying. She's standing with her hands like this and her chest poke out like it's a Superman statue, right? That's basically what it is. Now her build might not look as if she's standing like that, but that's basically what it is. Her standing like she's Superman.
Now on the flip side of it, right? Could she be standing there like I'm not going to be judged by what you say my weight should be?
That's what the problem is, because when women stand like that, it looks as if they have an attitude, right?
No. Hear what I'm saying. I want you to hear what I said. Could she be standing there saying, I'm not going to be judged by what you say my weight should be? Now, I ain't talking about her attitude, because America would say she's overweight. Like, I'll give an example. I went to the doctor today, right? I'm 6'5", 256. The doctor says, well, how much did you weigh at 20? And I said, well, I was a lot slimmer than I was, like maybe like 180, 200. He said he wants me to lose that much weight. I'm not losing that much weight. I would look like a fucking crackhead. But his concept of weight and my concept and black people's concept of weight is different. So could she be standing there like heavy or thick or big bone women are looked at like they're not the attractive people? Even though, we being honest, men will marry that woman. For all the trash talking that we talking, men will absolutely marry that woman that's that size. So could she be saying there like, I'm not ashamed of my size?
She could be, but I didn't even put that into the equation of my interpretation of the statute.
Exactly. I'm not saying you did. I'm just giving I'm not disagreeing with what you're saying about your perspective, and I think should be the point of the statute. The point of the statute should be this can be whatever representation I feel. But when we start looking at this statute as would we marry the statue, we got to start looking at our concept, because then we're letting someone control what we value as far as marrying or dating or being with. That's what I'm saying.
No, because the thing is, the point is that from my point of view, I would marry a woman that build, but not a woman that stands with her chest poked out like she's Superman. That's my point, right? So I get what you're saying. I totally get what you're saying. And a lot of people are saying they wouldn't marry that statue because she too big, what she got on, and all of a sudden. I agree with it. It's just a freaking statue. That's why I'm not taking into account of her build. I'm taking into account of how they built the statue, right?
You know what I see? When I see that attitude too, I can tame that. Salakia. I can tame that attitude. That's what I see.
But it's just a statue.
You on?
No, I'm just going by your logic. If it's an attitude, when I see a woman with an attitude, I can tame that.
Yeah, I don't even want to tame. This ain't a zoo. I'm not the taming shit. This ain't a zoo, bro.
I don't want nothing already tamed.
Let me get the Kua and let me get the Kua and Angelica, and from now on till the end of the show, both of them get the priority because they were literally quiet for an hour. Okay, so every time we need to pass the ball, they will have the first shot. Go ahead, the Kua. Angelica, once again, I apologize. I'm just a man with a dirty dick trying to do this YouTube shit. Go ahead, you got this.
Wow,
I'm dirty.
Keep going.
Thank you for that intro.
Go ahead, Kua and Angelica in any order.
One, this statue is to depict a young black woman. I don't feel like that represents a young black woman very well, nor, I mean, what's so amazing about black people and black women and women, men, whatever, there's so many different, there's so much variety that I don't even know that one statue could fully represent a black woman. And I don't know that that was the goal. I would want to, like, what was the goal? We don't have enough representation of black families. So I think we automatically assumed this is an attack on the black family because it's a single Black woman in this statue. And that's a whole nother conversation. We should create some statues and balance that out on our own, whatnot. He was paid to make this statue for Times Square. I feel like she doesn't look like a leader to me whatsoever. I don't see her looking very feminine, and it's not because of her weight. It's the posture, it's the shoes that she's wearing, it's the clothes that she's wearing. I mean, to me, she does look like she has a bit of an attitude. It doesn't look like it's for any particular reason, like, oh, because she has the weight of the world or because Black women have to do it. It's just, she's just there. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know a whole lot of women who look like her. I've seen, you know, of course, I'm sure she represents a decent amount of women, but it just isn't a good representation to me. She comes across a bit lazy. She does look like she has an attitude. She doesn't look like a leader. So I don't really get what it is. I looked at his other statues, you know, all the women seem to be kind of thick. So that's his thing. And that's cool too. But I also don't like that a lot of people over sexualize Black women's bodies, where you gotta be thick, or you gotta have, all Black women don't have ass. They don't.
That's false.
Okay.
Most of them do.
So
you proved her point.
She said no.
97% of them do.
Me being a woman and my biggest friend group being women, I know what you're focused on and what you look at and what you're attracted to, but my friend group being women, I can tell you that not all Black women have fat asses.
Do they have a fupa?
I thought you said y'all was gonna let her go uninterrupted.
It's not
Captain. We're managing our show, Captain. Respectfully, Captain. So, I know you tried to be funny, but I'm just throwing some jokes at her.
You know,
I'm not interrupted. Go ahead, Akua, uninterrupted. No fupas or big booties.
I don't see the passion that I know. You know, I feel like Black women you typically represent in a situation. I just don't really get what it was for. I don't get what it's for. She doesn't look healthy. You know, someone else mentioned that. She doesn't. And the thing is, our health in particular, like it's terrible. We're not as physical as we should be. We die at alarming rates in terms of health problems. We don't take care of ourselves the way that we're supposed to. So I don't think that I don't like the statue. It doesn't motivate me. I'm not going to go out my way to make sure my children see it. When January 18th come, June 7th or June 18th, I guess it's up till June 17th, I'll be happy. You know, I'm not feeling it. So that's just my little 2 cents on that.
Angelica?
So when I saw it, I was confused. I didn't see it as a form of power. I do agree with Akua. What I saw was a lack of discipline. You know, as a mother of 2 and in my 40s, I don't even look like that. And I'm a very disciplined woman, and I have a lot of Black friends that don't look like that. And I almost felt confused because I was like, is this a depiction of what most of the percentage of Black women are supposed to be like in this country? You know, like Akua said, she wasn't fashionable. She wasn't feminine. She wasn't, to me, the stance wasn't powerful. It was more like pissed off. So I saw it as just a lack of discipline. And to be honest with you, I saw it disrespectful because I was like, wow, why? I don't know. I just saw it disrespectful.
She's pissed off.
That's the one right there.
Yeah, I mean, she looks
like she's in peace.
She looks like, where you been at?
She looks like she's on the supermarket line waiting for her turn.
My food.
Nah,
she looks like, hey, I ordered some takeaway. I was just like,
yeah, she's like, hey, you didn't put enough meat on my Chipotle bowl. There's too much rice.
Argumentative, maybe that's probably a better word. Like she didn't look inviting. She didn't look like, yeah.
Can you put the
like you said, like she had Chipotle and they didn't put enough meat on the bowl. Like, hey,
again, Fatty?
Put it back in.
I want to put the expression on her face because to be honest, I don't see what you guys see. Like Like
It's
she
an
looks
American
very
thing,
calm. Like
Fatty.
she doesn't look angry at all.
Like how does her
Fatty, it's
face
not.
have
It's the
an
body
attitude?
language, Fatty. It's not just the face. So the face is like resting bitch face, right? She don't have a smile.
Yeah, like she's
It's a
not.
regular face.
She's not
And then she
inviting. She's
puts
not
her hands on her
happy.
hips, bro.
I mean,
It's the
this
body
Yeah,
language.
but the thing is, once again, respectfully, right?
Posing.
None of y'all is fat, so you guys need to shut the fuck up now because I'm going to be talking. Okay? She has back pain because she's fat. You guys not be fat like us.
Get this man
Like
out of
when
here.
we walk a lot, like we just sometimes
Get
we
this
stop in the
foreigner.
thing
Get
and
this
do the
foreigner
pose.
out of here.
No, hey, Mr. Fantastic. The other, remember the shit when they do the blackout in Portugal and Spain? I went from the first floor to the 9th floor. When I got to my house, I stand on the door like that for 5 minutes. Before I went in, I was like,
so she's tired. So
that's how
so she's tired.
No, but I'll tell you this, right? I don't see it in her face. She
Yeah,
like she
we're
looks like
telling
a
you, man.
calm
You got
person.
all the Americans telling you, bro. You know, I don't even never say that to you. I'm telling you, it's a body language thing. It's the black.
I
It's
don't see
American
that.
black
Yeah,
woman standard, bro.
Yeah, I don't see that in her
I really
face.
don't see it.
Yeah, I don't see that in her face. And that's the beauty of art, right? If we talking about art or statues, as the ability for anybody to look at it and see what they want to see. Her face ain't even styled in any type of way to say that she has an attitude. It's a very flat face. She could be easily just posing for a picture.
Yeah, but hands on the hips, Captain.
A
Is the
woman putting her hands on her hips ain't for a picture.
no, not
Can you
like
put
that. Captain.
him up?
That
Hold
Doesn't
on.
even make sense what you're
Daddy,
saying.
can you put
You must not be around
you
women.
that.
Do you
That's why
guys
the
want the
women
full
are saying
picture?
it.
Yeah, the full
Well, no,
picture. Because hold on. I want y'all to see.
This is my first time seeing the full picture.
yeah, so and then too, the artist did more things, right? So the artist did other black women, and the other black women were smiling. Some of them were smiling. This
Okay.
woman isn't smiling.
Let me just point something out to y'all guys. But go down to their hands. The hands are like this on
Oh, that's knees,
going on
fatty.
there.
What the hell?
The hands.
I was looking at the back of her knees to see if is she good. Go ahead.
But listen, guys, the hands on the back of her on her hips are flat out.
Right.
And it's not like Superman, like two fists.
Yes,
Or-
he's not done.
See, that's what I thought it was. This is my first time seeing the full picture. That's what I thought it was.
He's a feminine
Not even with
hands
her
on the
hands.
waist.
You know how
Is
like
actually
when a
right.
woman put her hands on her hip with an attitude, it's not like that.
No,
It's not
but
like
what
the
woman
hands
gets
are in the
hold on.
statue.
What I've never seen a woman ball her fists up and put her hands on her hips. What are y'all talking about?
No, but
I
no,
don't
that's
know
what they
what
said. They
women
said that like she was doing the Superman pose. That
Yeah,
is
that's
like
like
the
like no.
That's,
Every
that's
time
what I
a
thought it
woman-
was because
I've
I
never
haven't
but
seen
that
the
was
full
what
picture.
Diesel
with her
was.
hands
You know
flat
what she
like
has?
that with an attitude.
Yeah, I've always seen a woman with hands flat on her hips, and she
Okay.
usually got a knee cocked forward.
No, fantastic. What she looks like, and you got it is, I'm looking at my kids playing at the park.
Nah.
I'm swear to God, when I saw this, and first of all, this is actually most women, Latino woman, black woman, white woman are getting there.
And I
This
just
is
realized
like-
it, Fatty. You know what's crazy, Fatty? Now that I'm looking at the knees, that is definitely an attitude stance. She has the one knee fucking forward, the back leg locked. That is an attitude stance, brother.
Nah, there's my
You
kid
can't
is
tell me
looking.
that shit.
Guys, let me
I got
tell
a
you-
baby mama and an ex-wife, nigga. I'm the expert. You ain't telling me no otherwise.
Do they have fat on the back of her knee like this woman? I don't know.
Now my baby mama do. She about 46.
That's
But
crazy.
yeah, no.
Go ahead, UL. Tell us.
Go back to her face. Go back to her face.
Yes.
So, like, listen, guys, I feel like, okay, when we looking at art, right? This is everybody looks at art from a lens, right? We're looking at the art on how we would interpret something. Personally, this statue I feel like is to see how everybody views a Black woman. Personally, to me, I don't think she's angry in this picture at all. She's not smiling. This is not a photo. We're not going to see her cheesing. This is a statue. She has a regular face. So according to the regular face, it's an attitude of a Black woman. That's what I'm hearing everybody say. Okay, cool.
Not me.
Not you, Fatty. Not you, Fatty. But I'm let's just listen to what a regular woman's face is an attitude depicting face. How is that even fair to a Black person, period? Second of all, the woman standing with her hands on the side of her hips. She looked like she's staring at Popeye's freaking menu line.
Yes.
Looking up to see what she finna order.
Yes.
You're not gonna always stand with your two knees cocked back while you're standing. I've known most women, if you standing up normally, you're gonna find a resting spot to stand. Your leg might shift a little bit. So seeing attitude to me is crazy because it's like, that's how we're going to look and depict a Black woman standing. So no, she's not. And then, okay, we're saying she looks fat or she looks out of weight or she looks off of weight. Not everybody has this coat body.
She don't look fat to me. I'm sorry.
Or whatever. What did we want to see? I want to know.
Hey, UL, you know what it is? It's racial profiling. I'm going to say it.
I certainly think it is.
It's racial profiling. If that woman was a white woman, nobody
all
will
these
pay
niggas would fall in love with that.
It's racial profiling.
All these niggas, not y'all on the panel, but niggas would love that white fat woman.
Hold on. Shout out to everybody.
Hold
on. Shout out to everybody. Listen, as the fucking BBW expert, as the resident BBW expert, this is a big woman. Okay, what the fuck is y'all talking about?
She might be big, but that's the whole point.
She's big.
So is she is big or she's
she's like her body. We talking her body type. This is a 200+ pound woman, clearly.
Just like
what are you saying?
She's not, according to the thing, but she ain't fat though. She don't look fat to me.
No, yes, she does.
You can have a thick woman, and then you can have a fat woman.
Hold up, let me break down.
Somebody lies. Now, somebody, I don't know who, but I'm telling you, somebody's lying.
Yeah, let me break down my expertise. Pull the thing back up, Fatty. We're gonna go case by
frame
case.
by frame. That's crazy.
Yeah, so start at the face. Okay, she has a fat face. Okay, she has an overweight face. You look at her face and tell that she's big. Okay, now let's go down to the arms and the like her torso.
Damn, this is going to be forensic. That's crazy.
Yeah, now look at the arms. Yeah, now arms. Those are macaroni cheese and tater salad making arms. Okay,
Damn. I would hate to see what you call fat.
Those are. Hold on, Captain. Hold on now, y'all. Listen. Those are the good Sunday dinner arms. Okay. Now, yeah. Zoom out, Fatty. Zoom out. Now we see the breasts. Okay. Those breasts are not big enough for her stomach. Okay. She does not have enough breast to stomach ratio. If her breasts were bigger, the stomach would have to be a whole lot smaller. And you can see how the shirt drapes around the sides. Okay. So she got like a little muffin top, which is cool.
Damn,
now go down. Hold on, go down. This is the most important part. The fupa. Okay. You see that fupa? That's
that
a
ain't
super
even big
fupa.
enough.
It's not. That fupa is too. That fupa is not proportional.
Illegal on this side here.
That is not a proportion fupa, right? That fupa is too big. Then come down. All right, let's look at the quads. All right, we got the quads, right? The legs. That's clearly she got some cellulite back there, and the cellulite ain't always bad, but that's some bad cellulite.
You ain't gonna talk about her legs, man.
Hey, fantastic. Let me ask you a question before you go down, right?
Fantastic. What is you talking about?
You talking about cellulite, sir? Let me ask you a question.
That's why I said all cellulite is not bad, brother. I said that. Hold on, now I gave a disclaimer.
No, let me ask you a question real quick.
Some point. Huh? Are you homosexual? A what? A homosexual. What's that?
Brother, I
man said
cellulite, brother. Then go down to the knees. There are no knees. You see that? There's no knee in play. That's fat. That's all fat. She ain't got no knees. Okay. Now let's go down. The calf is a very, very small differentiation between the calf and then the top leg. She don't have enough slenderness down there, and she got on the flared pants, so she probably got cankles. And we know them feet wide because she got on them motherfucking Stacey Adams church shoes.
This is the worst. This is the part that I'm offended about.
Those are men's church shoes, so we know them feet are like D feet. Okay, she got them wide feet.
But don't you get it? Don't you get it though? That's what I'm trying to tell you. Look at this Thomas J. Price. I just looked up him and his statues, right?
Yeah, I'm looking at him too.
Look at the man that made the statues, and look at all the other statues he's made.
I'm looking at him. He had another one of a girl that was a younger girl. She got a bun on the top of her head, and she's now. Hold up, Fatty. Can I share my screen?
Absolutely.
Let me share my screen real quick. I'll show you.
And by the way, let me say this while you're sharing your screen. Most men will still marry this woman because men
marry her. You wildin'. You smoking dope.
She can come in with 2 kids, and the man is still going to lick the back of her knee. That's how men are in 2025. That's weird as fuck.
Sorry, I'm not trying to be disrespectful or nothing, but didn't you just say that your wife looked like her?
No, ex-wife.
No, not my ex-wife, my baby mama.
My baby mama. Okay. So he's not with her right
now.
definitely
baby mama like
speaking from
46
pain.
now. He's like 46,
He's
47.
speaking from pain. He breaking this statue down like
Damn,
a baby.
who
mama.
hurt you?
It ain't pain, brother. When I had
That
her,
is pain.
she
It's
didn't
definitely
built like
pain.
that, so I'm cool.
Damn, he said who hurt you? Fantastic. That's crazy. He
She's
said
like
who hurt
3
you?
years from 50. So hey, I ain't mad at her, brother. She'll be all right. But
Mm-hmm.
so look at this, right? So look at the proportions. This woman right here is what I'm talking about. You see the breast to stomach ratio where there's a clear difference between the two. And she's not small, but she's not a fat girl. Look at her arms, how her arms don't fill up the sleeves of the shirt, right? So, and then even her face, she's not super skinny, but she doesn't have a fat face, and her neck is slim. So you can see with her, she still
If
has
she had
more
the
of a
weave
shape
hanging
and
on
a
the
tape.
side, you would say she had a fat face.
Yeah, because
Huh?
the face.
All it
You
is
said
is
what?
the hair.
If
The only difference between that face and the other face is the hair is pulled up. That's the only difference.
Yes.
No,
Yes, it is.
totally
face
different.
wasn't
You can look
fat.
at the two faces.
Yes, it
If you
is.
compare the two faces, you can tell that this girl right here is a whole weighs probably 30 to 40 pounds less than the other lady. Come on, now.
That
Just
brother
one
got hurt by
fantastic.
his baby
Let me
mama.
ask you and Captain this question because we'll be pressed for time, so I want to move on. Would this woman stand by her man or stand over him? Would this woman, the depiction of this woman, would this woman stand by her man or stand over him? Like, what do you project on this type of woman that was depicted there? I want Fantastic and Captain to go first, and then we answer quickly. Please don't be long-winded because we are pressed for time. Go ahead.
Me or him?
He
Both
said you first.
Fantastic and Captain. Yes.
So would she stand by her man or stand over him?
Yes, meaning if she would be someone that will follow a man,
no.
she will be someone that is actually.
She's a strong, independent black woman. That's the energy that the statue is giving off for sure.
Captain, do you agree?
No, I disagree.
Why?
I would first, as I just like to put out this disclaimer first. To make these assumptions off of a statue is absolutely insane to me. But since you asked a question, I'll answer it. That's a subjective answer because you don't know what a statue is going to do. But a black woman will follow a man that leads her, and a black woman will not follow a man that leads her. So I can't answer that question based off a statue.
So a statue. So hold on real quick. Hold on. This wouldn't tell us nothing. If we see a statue like this wouldn't make you feel anything. You wouldn't get nothing out of this, Captain Cesariak, or what is like kind of
what statue?
This statue right here.
Can you zoom it in? What's that? A statue of a man? Is that a white woman?
No, that's the African. That's in Africa, brother. It's a family. It's a mom. It's the father, wife,
it's the father, wife, and him holding his child, and his child pointing. Like, you don't think that would inspire people to have a family? You don't think
I think that's the point of the statue. The point of the statue is to symbolize family. The point of that other.
But you said you couldn't read nothing off a statue, Captain Zari.
I'm not reading nothing off of the statue of that woman to know if she's gonna listen to a man or not. This statue here, if you said based on this statue, is this a woman that's gonna listen to a man or not? You know why I can answer that? Because it's a man and a woman and a child in the statue, and she's following him. You're asking me to give a hypothetical off of a statue that's not presented as a single woman, an independent woman, a childless woman, a woman with kids, a woman with a good job, a woman without a good job. So it's a hypothetical. If you ask me about this statue is not a hypothetical. It's built on that. Body bag.
Yeah, but Captain, right? Captain, see, this is why I actually don't accept that answer, right? If you make a statue out of me, right, and you make a statue out of me as a 28-year-old and as a 35-year-old, you would say that 35-year-old is a little bit sloppy. That's not a leader. That's not a like. You would actually go by that. I don't think
if it's just a plain statue.
No, actually, let me show you. Let me try to see if I can show you, right? If they do a statue of a person like this.
Like that statue they put up of MLK.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
That ain't MLK, bro. That ain't MLK. Stop. That's not MLK.
Hey, Captain, if they do a statue of a man like this, right?
Right.
And then they turn around and they do a statue of a man like this.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pregnant. Can't be doing that.
But if you say
both statues mean completely two different things. One means
how would
like
I know which one of them is about a leader?
Because usually people project what they want to see on people. So if you want to see
I
a certain
agree.
person, they will not say the same thing. They will say, "Oh, this person represents X, and that person represents Y."
I agree, but when
so one woman wouldn't be the same.
But when we look at that statue, you heard my answer said you can't say that she would follow you, and you can say that she would follow you because even the statue, like Mr. Fantastic, for example, looks at that as an angry black woman, right?
Yes.
I look at the statue. I'm not getting that. I'm not getting that she has an attitude. So now, based on the way Mr. Fantastic looks at it, he said she's not going to listen. She's strong and independent. Me looking at it, because I don't see it that way, she could or she couldn't. Even I'm not solid on what she would or would not do because it's not built for us to get that from it. We're not
So I kind of agree with Cap because my opinion of the statue has changed since I've seen the full statue. I really lean towards the fact of her being tired instead of having an attitude, right? So I can't make an opinion of if she would stand by her man or not. And that's why I agree with Captain when he's saying that, because I really can't. I would have to project if I was to make an opinion on that statue, right? And I can't.
But
I don't like projecting.
We all do, because the thing is, when you look at the Statue of Liberty, you can project what you see on her, but people see freedom, peace, welcome, right? But if I go ahead and I, for example, show you Mona Lisa, right? Like more of a close type of subtle smile, like people are going to take completely different versions or completely different interpretations of what art is in front of them. So even though it might not be fair for you to project your views on a statue, a lot of times is, what does this woman that I know in real life looks like? And if it was a white woman, like with the hand on her waist and a phone, you know what I want to say? There's a Karen called the cops, right? I'll say a woman with the hand on her waist and a phone, and she's a white woman. This is a Karen. This is a woman that is calling the cops on a black man saying he's on my property. Is it fair? Absolutely not. But is fair for me to make an assessment looking at like cultural stereotypes? I think it kind of is. It's not bad or good. I think it's just personal opinion. But I get what you guys saying. I kind of get what you guys saying.
Hey guys, I do gotta go at it's 9 o'clock. I do have to go. I do appreciate y'all inviting me on the panel. I did follow Angelica. I did put your link in my chat for your book. I follow you, Ella. I don't know Mr. Fantastic like that. Deezer, if you hit me up so you can come to the cookout in Charlotte. Ali and Fatty, I know y'all. Salute to your channels. Y'all have a great evening. All right.
Thank you, Captain, for the hours that you gave me. I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Y'all take
we
it.
are almost out, too, friends.
Right.
And if anyone wants to find any content creator or any person that was on the panel, you just have to go to the description, and every link is going to be plugged in, because we actually tag people like Mr. Fantastic and his friend when he says, "You think you are impenetrable? You think?"
Hold on. He didn't even say that.
Hey, fantastic. We have so many videos of you. It's crazy, bro. We literally had to say, "Hey, bro, just space them out so it doesn't look like it's fantastic all the time, bro." Like some videos. It's hilarious.
In fact, I will say this. Fantastic, you are the only person I've ever seen on live have a man admit that he had a crush on you.
He said you have holes too. He said you have holes too. You think people can go through your holes?
Yeah, but
I'm not even talking about. I'm talking about the dude when he was on Hamp show and he was like, he followed you everywhere. He was like, "Yeah, I followed him everywhere. I followed him everywhere." I was like, "Yo, he's admitting he has a man crush."
No, I was just gonna say this, right? So this is what the artist says. Thomas J. Price, grounded in the star sculptures in Times Square, aims to challenge traditional representations of power and monumentally, focusing on the everyday humanity of marginalized communities. So again, traditional representations of power is the pivotal thing here. So if you're trying to show a single woman in power, what is that saying?
So was I correct on my initial interpretation?
I'll share. Hold on, let me share the screen so you guys can see it, so you know I'm not making it up.
Fantastic. I think this is the average black woman at 40.
Yeah, no.
You see what I'm saying? Like, this is the average black woman at 40. This is how she looks.
Yeah, I don't think she's 40 though, Fatty. I would give her more
You
of
think
30.
she's a young woman? This woman is clearly 40.
Not young. I'm not saying she's in her 20s, Fatty, but I would say she's under 35 from the looks of it.
Aims to challenge traditional representations of power and monumentally focusing on everyday humanity of marginalized communities.
When you say the power, when you put the power aspect in it with a woman, that in itself tells you that she's independent. She doesn't need, she can do things and figure out things on her own, because women aren't meant to exude power. And then that other girl we showed, the other one, right? She had a totally different demeanor. The younger girl that had the bun up top, and then he has a couple of ones where people are like looking at their cell phones and things. So I'm just saying, yeah, and like, you know, of course, everybody can look at anything, like you said, Fatty. Some people look at the Statue of Liberty and it's, you know, it's freedom, it's sympathy, it's all these different things. And some people look at it and say it's powerful, right? So that's what I'm saying. I mean, I don't think there's a wrong answer, but you know,
a lot of times, like this is the reason why I don't talk about Black American woman, is because I truly think my opinion of a Black American woman is completely out of what I see on social media, what I see on TV. It's not going to be a fair representation, right? And it happens a lot of times when I say I don't see nothing, and then Tony Golden comes in, man, if you were here, and I kind of accept it. I'm kind of quiet about it, but the reality is, I just don't see it. You're muted.
So no, Fatty, you're really fair about that. You don't really pass judgment on a lot of things from American culture. You know what I'm saying? And if you do, you're saying, hey, you're on the outside looking in. So that's a fair thing. I'm telling you, and I don't know why Captain kept throwing them shots. He was throwing a lot of shots, man, while he was here talking about I'm hurt on my baby mama and shit or whatever. Like, bro, my baby mama damn near 50 years old at this point, bro. All right, so when I had her, she was a bad bitch, but we ain't gonna talk about that. I ain't worried about her now. That's old news. But it has nothing to do with that, bro. Like y'all say, y'all niggas love, you know, I'm the big girl motherfucking expert, nigga. So that's the lens I'm speaking from. You feel me?
Don't worry, it was not personal because Captain was on one today. Captain went today. He was on a warpath today.
Yeah, you know, hey, personal or not, you know, I'm always, hey, I'm with all the smoke.
He was tearing our
Fatty, it's in the back. It's in the back chat, Fatty.
We are going to close it out, Peace on My Mind, but you can pull up on the Sunday show, ladies first, okay? 5 p.m. I would appreciate you being here. Kind of more of a soft show. We're going to talk about short men. Do short kings deserve love too, okay? We're going to talk about...
I gotta go.
We are going to close it because Ali has to go too. He has another show to be. UL.
Yeah. Love you, Daddy.
See you next week, and don't take it personal.
Bye next week. Bye.
I love you. Thank you very much for being here. I appreciate it.
Appreciate you.
Bye, Diesel.
Today was a rough show. Ali, just take us on. Oh, and I have something to say, Ali, before you say it. Once again, brother, thank you very much to the 3K. I appreciate it. I'm actually glad that there's 4 of us here. Friends, we're going places. I don't give a fuck. We have too much talent on this motherfucking shit to just stay with these people. I'm telling you, we are going places. I don't care. So everybody, especially the people on this panel, like, hey, it's over. We need to take care of business and move along. It is what it is. And I'm going to say this because this is the last 7 MVPs of the NBA were foreigners. And I'm next.
Oh man.
And I am next. I am motherfucking next. I got next. The 7 last MVPs of the NBA are foreigners. So you better watch it. You better watch it. Okay? But I think Ali is going to be famous before us, so I'm going to leave that to him. Any final considerations before we send people to
the average black woman's weight in the 50s and 60s was 140 to 160. Then in the 80s, it went to 169. Her weight right now is 188 pounds. That's all I'm going to say. But average black woman weight, and it's getting worse. And if you look at pictures of the 70s and look at the black woman at that time, that wasn't a representation. And I think it's doing more damage to the mindsets of women and seeing it as something we should normalize and accept and promote, versus the different ideal of a woman. Look at least a statue of dignity, respect, or at least with a family as well too, just like that statue in Senegal. So that the way she dressed, the fact that most men don't even like natural hair, the fact that women in the 70s and 80s, that your mother's grandmother were taking care of their hair, wearing their hair natural and taking care of themselves so they can take care of the kids, invest in that man. It says a lot. That you could break down that statue in so many different ways, but it's normalizing the how can I say, the regression of our women more so than the progression. That's what I would say. But hey, shout out.
I think it's reality.
It is reality, but what is the point of making the statue? What is
because it's reality.
No, like if that was a statue of Ruben Studdard, if that was a statue of Ruben Studdard or some other fat guy, they would have tore that. They would have just like you showed. They would have.
You know what is funny? I think that bitch, what's the name called? Lotto. I think that bitch has a beautiful BBL. I will eat her ass tomorrow.
Eat her ass is crazy, but yeah.
If you put a statue, hey, you guys better shut up. You don't eat that. Get off the way. So if you put that woman with their body, they will be complaining the same. Oh my God, this is promoting old culture and the BBL and unrealistic beauty standards. Like people will complain no matter what. So this how is that now?
Nah, I mean, if it's accentuating her body and stuff like that, so on and so forth, no. But a more slimmer, and I give you right. Lotto definitely you can. Lotto's young though, right? And still Lotto's naturally smaller. So her being enhanced, her BBL and shit is not crazy. She got the best plastic surgeon. She got the best plastic surgeon out here. You seeing them titties? Jesus Christ.
Yeah, but that's the point. But that's unrealistic standards of beauty. Because if you're going to do this shit, right? She looks like a premium Ice Spice. You see what I'm saying? And the reality is, if you put a statue of her, because she's technically the woman with the metrics that most men probably like, they were going to complain. They will say, oh my God, you guys are putting her outside like this. Most women don't look like this. We are going to make sure like this is not regular. And they will still complain. So I think both of them, like most of those people, will still complain and say this is not what a woman is.
You could, but like I said, he had the statue of the younger girl with the bun on top. That would have been a better, representation for the one.
That's more regular. But that's the thing. She's still not dressed feminine. She's dressed on a like more of a masculine way.
Yeah, it's like jogging pants and stuff, but still, like her whole, it was just a lot softer of a demeanor. You know what I'm saying?
Was that what I thought it was? Man, see, that's what I'm saying. That's why these conversations, the women will promote that, then tell you need to practice discipline and not want hoes while they get to be hoes. They be killing me, man.
That's crazy. Practice dick discipline. Let me go to the ice cream.
Yeah. Fatty, you ever heard of a passion party?
Oh man, yeah. See,
is that the what is the party where they have like? Where's the party where they have like the male cooks giving fruit?
They play with sex. They play with sex toys. They come together and play around with sex toys together. Like that ain't gay.
Woman?
Yes.
That's not true.
They get.
What? I just made it up.
I don't believe
your brother telling you this.
There's no way.
It's crazy.
Fatty, we telling you.
There's no way. I know the ones where they get like people to feed them on their mouth. What is that shit?
Everything is male appendage shape, brother.
Yeah, lying, bro.
Brother, why would we make this up?
It's sad.
I'm telling you, bro, Fatty is wild.
Who is doing this part? This young woman or older woman?
All
and young too. Diesel.
It's a lot of older women doing that.
When I was at my job, they were 20, 30, 40, all going to the same.
Oh yeah, all women do it, but it's a lot more older women I've seen doing it.
I'm working at a school. She working on making ding-a-ling cupcakes so they can get ready for the party, man. Like, is this?
And this is what, black woman or woman in general?
From my experience that I've seen doing is black women.
I've seen white women do it all. I've seen all kind of women, but more black women than anything I've seen.
Yeah,
black woman, I have your back. I will never shit on you, black woman.
That's why I don't trust the white women. They do when they're doing little bachelor parties, go downtown, want you to
Oh,
take your
no.
clothes
Hey,
off
Ali,
so they can drink
Ali.
alcohol off your chest and stuff like that.
Ali,
Man, like,
bachelorette parties for a white woman, bro, is the craziest shit that you
Wild.
ever saw in your motherfucking life, bro.
Wild.
Like if you go, like I know black people kind of white bachelorette woman, especially if they are on the 30s and up, so it's an older group. Oh my god, these women go crazy, bro. It's just I remember doing security for one of them on a hotel, and they were grabbing me. They were like all the people that were literally serving food and all this. They were going crazy, and all of these women, corporate woman, white collar jobs, and all that shit. It doesn't matter.
Married.
That doesn't matter at all. They nobody knows. It's like they're in Vegas. Tarus, $20. Welcome back, Tarus. Long time no see, brother. Appreciate you. Says Fatty. Ali, what's up? I hope you guys are doing good. We need to visit Chaotic again so we can punch him on his motherfucking mouth. That motherfucker is an agent of chaos. Motherfucker. Shout out to Chaotic. Truth. We have Theo in the building, gifted 5 untouchable memberships. Thank you very much, Theo, for always carrying the squad. Thank you very much.
I believe that there's multiple so-called black leaders who believe that they are untouchable.
The untouchable empire, baby.
And friends, tomorrow I will read the super chats and the cash apps from yesterday that I couldn't because I was on another people's show. But I appreciate you for the 7K celebrations and all the thing. I appreciate it. Tomorrow, I don't know if I'm going to do a show, but there's a situation that I am putting my pin on. I don't want to say it because everybody's going to do a show if I say it, but there's some. Hey, Diesel, that's some bullshit, bro. Diesel, if my daughter does this shit to me, Diesel, I'm going to say I don't give a fuck. Dr. Umar Johnson's daughter went to a podcast and she kissed a white man. She kissed a white random in her mouth.
Bro, but that's what happened. Hold on, bro.
That's knowing her dad.
Bro, that's what happens to most of these racist people. The white guys that have daughters, they end up with black dudes. It happens all the time.
Diesel, look at this shit, Diesel.
Wow.
Hey, man. I don't care if I am King Kong consciousness, king of Pan-Africanism, and you pull something like this to me, they will need to.
It happens.
Will need to search, and everybody that you see doing shows from today until tomorrow at 5 p.m. They heard it here because this was kind of hidden.
I think that's why people disown though, because you gonna go crazy.
You have to
disown your woman, you disown your kids, because you'll go crazy.
And do that shit, bro. Like this is, and I was talking with Ali about this before the show. My daddy hurt me, so I'm going to hurt him back. That's all that is. My daddy wasn't around. I was hurt, so I'm going to hurt him. This is not about clout. This is about reputation destruction. Like she's on a war path and she didn't give a fuck because she looks stupid, right? But hey, man, maybe Dr. Umar Johnson shouldn't be talking crazy about my slow bunnies. My snow bunnies shouldn't deserve that. Sophisticated Jared. Hey, so Jared, tell me when you can pull up, brother. Please. I would appreciate it. That statue was built like Queen. That's crazy. Thank you very much, Jerk. HQ says 10 points for Captain. Logic has entered the room. Captain was on. Hey, Ali has the.
I don't know what happened. That's my man.
Ali has the most respect for Captain.
My man.
I like Captain more than I like most people that come on the show. But again, we are not cloud chasers. We love respect people, and we love people to respect us. Trying to take things out of like that shit was mischaracterization, true and true. So, like if it was other channels, they might bow down and says, "Oh, we're going to bow down for cloud." Hey, man, we have some respect for Captain. We can let him get away with that shit. Like that can happen. We're not going to be quiet about it. So, shout out to Captain. But today it was tripping. Thank you very much, HQ. For the dollars. HQ Reacts. $5 says the most degenerate, ignored, and wanted female as a statue. Fuck yeah. I love it.
See what I'm talking about? But we should practice dick discipline and be good men and don't be and be leaders. It is.
That statue should practice fridge discipline. HQ $5. According to y'all, 80% of black women are overweight. She presents most black women with a logic. Fuck y'all. Mean she don't represent us. That's what I said. I think that she represents most black women.
She need to go to the gym.
Yeah, she needs to get better. She looked tired. That's what I see. A black woman in the supermarket waiting for her turn. Just my 4 cents in the building says, as Captain, why Israelites aren't allowed to make statues according to the laws, statutes, and commandments. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. HQ saying the problem is your weight. Just admit it to yourself. And finally, we have Tarus. Shout out to you, Tarus. He says, fantastic. He's a bald-faced liar. Look at the average woman in America. They have that body type and married. Dude must think most married women look like only models. I agree 100% with this. Even if you go to Portugal, I barely go outside. But when I go outside, bro, it's so rare to find like a woman clearly attractive. You see what I'm saying? You know, when you're looking and you say, man, I walked the whole day. I've been on the shopping mall. I've been on the supermarket. I went to the movies. I didn't find two women. Said, damn, that's a good looking woman. It's getting crazy.
I think part of the problem though is Instagram and all these other. Like, it wasn't that hard back in the day when you didn't have all this social media and all these women showing these pictures, man. It was not that hard to find a good looking woman.
It's getting crazy. But hey, it's a part.
And they went out of shape like that. They went all these women went out of shape like that.
It's a part of the motherfucking game. I'm glad that I don't have to be outside to actually get women. Because if I was, I'll be just. Ooh. It is what it is. Let me get the super chat. Tariq sent $15. Thank you very much, Tariq. I appreciate you for the cash app. Salute, salute, salute. We have Donnell Hawkins with $10. Says world greatest, fatty, and the untouchable. And I think I'm done with it. Ali, do you have any cash app or PayPal that you want to celebrate?
Nope. Nope. Nobody loves me. Nobody loving me.
Damn, that's crazy. I need you to take us home, Ali, and give us a 30-second speech while I'm going to the restroom. Once again, congratulations for the 3K and for your art.
Hold on. I got a $40 PayPal. I got it from Team Fatty. Woo! Nah, man.
That was not the PayPal for today. That was from yesterday.
Then I'm still a loser then. Nah, but much love for everybody that rock with us, everybody who's supporting us. These are, man, I always love when you come through, my brother. You always engage and always got a great perspective, man. But I hope all of us stay with us to go to the top. We're gonna still try to be as insightful and intentional as possible. We may be wrong sometimes, maybe we may be emotional sometimes, but at least we'll get it right back. You know what I'm saying? We'll correct ourselves if we need to. But again, it was another great show, another great turnout. Thank you, everybody that came to support us, everybody who rocked with us, are going to keep rocking with us. We're going to try to keep giving you more content creators, more top stars in the space, and try to keep bringing y'all phenomenal shows, man. I hope. And if y'all got any ideas, just message us. If y'all got any topics y'all would like us to address, man, just tell us, man. We are not afraid of constructive criticism, man. Don't just blatantly disrespect us. But even if y'all do that, it ain't that serious anymore, man. We trying to stay as clean and professional as possible.
It's not that serious at all. Like, oh, you are in your feelings. No, not just
we didn't do none of that. Hey, I don't like the tag teaming and then start making it seem like somebody doing this and doing that. And
but even the tag teaming, right? You know what true man is?
Hold everything. Darnell, my brother Darnell Hawkins, send me a $10 cash app. That's what I'm talking
about.
Let's
motherfucking go, Darnell. And once again, thank you very much for supporting the Untouchable.
No, not that
one. Thank you very much, Darnell. And I will say this, right, friends? Don't let people peer pressure you into doing what they want. Man, woman, and indifference. The definition of a real man is a man that actually walks to this on arm. It's like he's not walking to any other people march. He's walking in his own pace, at his own time, to with the place that he wants to be. So
if I was 21, I would say that me getting pussy will be a great part of who I am. It's not anymore. Y'all not going to gaslight me into going to take care of a woman I don't want just to look good on YouTube. Not 28, not 27 anymore. I'm a grown-ass man. I will do things at my own pace, and I will do things at the pace that I want. And now that crypto it 110,000 and my portfolio went back to normal. Woo-wee! I want to see your crypto portfolio and call me if I'm not a real man now. YouTube paid us today. We're living good. We're doing good. Subscribers going up for whatever reason. I don't know why. We celebrated 7,000. We're already 7,200 almost. I don't know what's going on. But we are going to get out of here. Either you want or you're not. So join the party or move aside. Mr. Tio, thank you very much for the $20. Mr. Tio and Carl Anderson over like other people support, but these people are carrying the load. Our goal is to replace all the money plus double by having people watching our shit and not subscribe, not sending memberships, not. We are going to do it, friends. I don't care. So that's what we're going to do. Ali, go ahead. Diesel, final thoughts. And friends, Nino Nation is going to go live at any time. And I need you all to be on the Beef Let's Talk today to support Mr. Ilkan Ali. Motherfucker is back. And he's going to go very subtle on them. They're going to be very nice.
I'm reading it very nice. My brother Tio hit me with the $20 cash app, so we made it.
Look at us. Hey, look at us. Look at us. Huh? Who would have thought? Not me.
My brother Tio hit us with his $20 cash app on this side too. Much love to you, Tio.
So, friends, let me see where I get the redirect. Diesel, when are you going to go back doing content, man?
Man, listen, I am way too busy to be doing content right now, bro. I am way too busy. I do the pre-recorded stuff, man, and you know that it takes a lot to edit and all that stuff, man. I don't have the time, bro. I don't have the time, man.
Diesel,
that's our next. Can AI edit too? Can AI do this stuff? I wouldn't. Can AI?
Yeah, but even if you have AI edit, you still want to go back through it and make sure it's right. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot. It's a lot to doing, especially if you're not doing edits from already pre-recorded stuff. If you got to record, go back and edit. If you miss something, you got to go back out to record. It's just a lot, bro. It's a lot.
And Ali, even this shit, I know it was Player One that did it. I know this shit is at least 35, 40 minutes just of generating things, putting things together, correcting prompts. Like, this is not just say something and it's no, man.
That's
like,
crazy. You know how long it takes to make a 20-minute video?
Especially your videos, Diesel, because you have to.
I got to go out to the range. I got to go to. You know what I'm saying? It's just too much, bro. It's too much.
This is not the regular. I'm just going to pray, plus react to something and going to sleep. This is there's some serious job. But once again, hey man, MTR, if you're watching, we're coming for you. No, I'm kidding. Oh shit! I don't see no money that I should. That's
you
crazy.
saw look at AI, man. Look at this. Look at this. Can y'all see that? Look at this.
Yeah, that's old. Call of Duty.
You saw that?
Yeah.
Do that, man. That's crazy, man. That's crazy.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Didi is kind of innocent. So
yeah, that's getting interesting, isn't it?
You know what's funny? I'm not even going to lie. Shoot them.
No, the way they making it seem
like for the things that they are like. Oh. Where is this thing that these people talking about? Where is these victims that were trafficked and shit? We know the dude is kind of a monster, like a piece of shit. He does bad things to people. But where are these non-consensual?
Daddy, women are literally using sex to get everything that they want. But then when a man uses what they have to get sex, he's a predator. I'm tired of this, man.
Did you saw it?
Like all most these women are doing is using their bodies to get the things that they want. It don't make no sense, man.
Kid Cudi said Casey was playing both of them.
Both of them. Yep.
We didn't like. I thought she said that she was done with him. And like, what?
She cheated on him with Ryan Leslie. She cheated on him with Kid Cudi, and she cheated on him with her husband.
With their husband.
Fatty, he raped. First they were having sex on FaceTime when her husband called her. Then when he raped her, she went back, said she had consensual sex because they had 10 years together. Like what? Like what are you talking about?
I know, man. This shit's crazy.
Talking about they need everything inconsistent. Ma'am, were you keeping a knife around the house in case he came out? Yes, I kept a knife in case, but then I got up with him so that we can have closure. Like what? Like all of it. Like there's no way the judge looks at it, and while they're doing this, like breaking down everything that she's saying, cross-examining her and all this stuff, that they go, hey man, this woman's lying, and they're gonna come back and put all of it together. Okay, ma'am, in the beginning you said you never told him no. Now you said you told him no several times. Like which one is it? You said you was afraid of him, but you hit him. You know what I'm saying? Like
hey man,
you said he was gonna blackmail you, but you blackmailed him.
So the only thing they're probably going to get caught is he flew out some bitches. That's crazy. Isn't that crazy?
Yep. She was recording.
I flew out some bitches. Transportation.
She had recordings on her phone. People were taking turns recording. They ain't like they ain't got to the place where there's cameras all over the place and stuff. That's the way they made it seem. She recorded some, he recorded, another dude over there recorded. Like they were just freaks. Is it illegal to be freaky?
I thought he was
you know what the worst? Fatty, the worst part is the way women say this.
R. Kelly type of situation.
The worst part is the women. This is a real man because he came out supporting her. Oh, she went through all this and that.
Oh, I gotta run.
Got peed.
Hey Diesel, I appreciate you,
safe,
man. And please, next time you buy a Pittsburgh Steelers jersey, buy one that is not extra small, please.
Yeah, Diesel. I almost thought it was a soccer jersey, man.
No. This man is using the Dwight Tower, the medium.
How can you be with it? The woman got peed in the mouth. They were peeing in her mouth.
And
everybody was having a turn. She was having talking about UTIs that couldn't heal. Her mouth was so sore. But then she was still dating people on the side. Ali,
but there's the thing. They can get away with everything because they are a cat. He's 9 lives, and then
they fatty. Men are getting in trouble for getting consent. She didn't really want to do it. She was afraid. Like she got manipulated to do it. So now when a man get consent, he manipulated now too and took control. Like it's crazy.
I don't know. Hey friends, I might go live after Nina when I leave Lapipi, so I'm awake. So if you are on a night call and you are on your third shift, that's what you're going to do. Nino, Ali on Lapif. And don't quote me because I might schedule it, but I might do a show because I'm not going to do a Battle of Sexes tomorrow. I have an important business meeting in the end of the day. So we're going to go from there, and then we out. Ali, go to Lapif. I'll see you over there. Ali Boumaye, congratulations once again on the 3K and on the wonderful job that you're putting on the back. You know, we're a very busy man, so it's a blessing to actually have you with us. And willing participant. He was not forced friends. He's here by his own choice. Okay. Bye.
Oh, see you later, man. See y'all later.
This is Sparta!
This might be risky.
Hasta la vista, Persian.
Friends, going to Lapif. Nina is going to be live extremely soon. I want to thank you and to show you that I appreciate you. Y'all are awesome. And I couldn't ask for more. Okay? Team Fatty and the Untouchables signing out. Please like the video on your way out. The likes are for free. We need 200. Team Fatty and the Untouchables signing out. Peace.
Psych!
Who's calling that shit? Who's calling that shit? Who's calling that shit? Who's calling that shit? Who? Yeah. OVO Sound 2025.